pincher and a guy with a chihuahua. The guy with dumb pincher, let's go to the restaurant, get something. The guy with chihuahua said, we can't get in there. We got our dogs with us. The guy with dumb pincher, follow my lead. Goes to the restaurant. Before he goes up to the door, puts on a pair of dark glasses. So the guy at the door says, I'm sorry, sir, no pets allowed. You understand? It's my seeing eye dog. Doberman Pinscher says, yeah, they use them now. They're excellent. Come on in. So the guy with chihuahua figures, what the hell? Guy says, I'm sorry, sir, no pets allowed. You understand? It's my seeing eye dog. He says, a chihuahua? He says, they gave me a chihuahua? Guy sitting in the bar. In front of him in the bar is the turtle.
Telling all your friends the party never ends. Knock 'em dead. Knock 'em dead. Comedy show. I'm gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knock 'em dead. Knock 'em dead. Comedy show.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're live from the world famous. I'm going to say world famous. Governor's Comedy Clubs in Levittown. And we have a special guest with us here today. It is...
Where?
Right here, right next to me.
Oh, really?
Look over here. It's Jackie, the Joke Man Martley. Yay!
I have two things to say. Number
Yes.
one, can we turn down the level in my headphones before my ears bleed?
No way.
Who controls that? All right?
Sally, watch. She's going to go
watch
under
what
the
she has
desk.
to do for this.
They make me do this every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Sally.
There she
You
goes.
wouldn't do it. As beautiful as this room is, you wouldn't go to the trouble of having a volume control for the headphones where you can get at it. That would be silly.
That's working on it.
Extra cost?
No, it's going to be like right here where you have a little
Well, that's where
knob.
it should be. And also a cough button.
A cough button?
Hey, Eric,
What's
for a
that?
little bit.
So when
Jackie,
you
tell me how
so when you do that, you can hit a button and nobody hears it. What?
how's that?
Oh, touch me. No, turn it down a hair.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
And before we went on the air, Sally showed me to the men's room,
Yeah, I did.
which is in the same place it was opening night in 1981, and I can't walk in there without laughing my ass off because the place was so crowded you couldn't breathe, and it was a home run. Opening night at Governor's Comedy Shop.
Right.
And me and my ex-wife Nancy are producing the show, and I think it was me and Nelson and Bartlett. It was the greatest, and it's going to be the greatest time. And I go walking to take a leak before the show, and I'm like, oh. And I walk in, and Bob Woods, big fat Bob Woods, and Dave Hawthorne are in the men's room.
That's his name on his birth certificate.
And
Big
I
Fat Bob.
screamed at them, and Woods, until the day he died 15 years later, quoted me 1,000,000 times because I walked in and I said, God fucking Lord, are you donkeys smoking pot in the men's room opening night? You couldn't move in the place and they're smoking. They each had a joint going in the men's room. The whole place, I'm like, trying to get me arrested before we even came out of the gate. And every time I walk in there, I can't not start laughing.
Back then, marijuana was the devil's lettuce.
Oh my God, whatever it was.
What?
But we always had it. We always,
Well, back then, marijuana was a big thing. It was like, oh my God, they're smoking the dope. Now it's like almost, it's going to be legal.
Was there no
Yeah.
was there no green room at the time? What were they doing in the bathroom?
green room.
Green room.
No, green room. You know, I was lucky I talked them into having speakers.
Did you have any idea what this place would become at the time? Did you think, well, this is going to be a big club?
There were no clubs. The only club
Right.
was the
White.
East Side Comedy Club,
Oh.
and then I had started doing comedy at the Brokerage, and then these guys came and got me and Nancy and said, "Look, we got to close up the rock and roll. We want to do comedy."
Right.
And we told them what to do, but nobody knew anything. The East Side was a success, and there was room for more. And but there weren't a billion comics, and there weren't that many comics on Long Island. And it just burgeoned into craziness. But it's like, hey, did you guys know the Stern Show was going to get so big? It's like, we knew it was good. I felt like I
Right.
was on something great.
Yeah.
But you have no idea. You have no idea.
Right.
And now Joe has got a hold of all three clubs, so you know he's going to run it right into the ground. I just saw him, and he always looks like somebody just beat him up, I'm only kidding. He's I love the guy. I just saw him. I'm glad I ran into him. And
Yeah, he's fantastic.
well,
a
he's
big
not
fan of
that
yours.
good, but he's got three
No,
clubs,
he
so I
is.
will suck his cock.
Well, there's definitely
Like
signs.
Sally did it. I'm sorry I misspelled your name. I tweeted your name.
Oh, totally fun.
I didn't know
Okay.
it was Sallie. I'm
It
like, at least
is.
she's not a pain in the ass about it like I am.
Yeah, I don't care. And most times in my life, I've just been called Sal, and it makes it just easier.
There you
no one
go.
even cares.
Well,
Call
listen,
me
that's a
Sal.
guy-
I don't
name.
care about Sally, and I don't care about Joe, and I don't care about you guys. But what I care about is your listeners knowing that Saturday night at 7:30, I am at the Brokerage in Belmore.
That's right.
And I need to sell tickets if I want to get to keep coming back to be on the governorsradio.com or whatever we're calling it. But I got some great ideas for you guys and for Joe, and we might even wind up in business.
Ooh. Oh, I think we will.
No, and I keep running into people, and I go, you know what? This person is so interesting, and they're not ready, to go on to WNEW, but it's a kind of show that could really take hold here.
Right.
And people that already have shows that this would be a good outlet. Hey, you know what, Sally? It's nice to have you in the room. Every time I've been here, you've been locked behind the cage.
Yeah, you know when that changed? And I'm dead serious.
When you cured your gas problem.
No, because they still have that.
Oh.
When I sat at your kitchen table. It did.
It's a good thing I had my hand down, huh?
When we came to your house and we were all talking about me in the control room, and you said everyone's in the room, and then that's when it changed.
Unfortunately.
So
Thanks
thank
for
you.
that.
Of
They've
course,
hated
I had
it
a
every
positive.
day since then, but thank you.
No, at the time I said, no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a senile old man. Don't listen to him.
He's a senile
Both.
old man.
They can exist mutually.
Yeah, no, it was-
even a blind pig finds an acorn. So
Oh, speaking of blind, you would have been proud of us. We played a game of softball the other day against a blind softball team.
It's true.
I heard they're still on the field. Nobody told them it was over. Do you know
There's nobody quicker,
still
man.
there.
Do you know that joke about the four rabbis playing golf
No. Go ahead.
and the foursome in front of them so slow, and they're bitching and moaning and this what's wrong? These are so slow. What's going on? Finally, the caddy says, "Fellas, the reason the foursome in front of us is so slow is because they're all blind." And one of the rabbis says, "They couldn't play at night?"
Hey,
Oh, I just tweeted a joke that I had never heard before, and I can't believe I had never heard it before.
What?
And I just was screaming. And I tweet jokes every day at 420. It might have been
Right.
yesterday's joke. But a rabbi runs into his friend and he says, "I made 7 hearts lighter yesterday." He says, "Congratulations, Rabbi, you made 7 hearts lighter yesterday. What'd you do?" He says, "I presided over 3 weddings." He says, "Well, that's 6. He says, "You think I'm doing them for free?" What a great true joke.
We were we were cracking up a few weeks ago when we heard your Anne Frank joke.
Oh.
Holy
Which
shit!
one
We-
is-
He's probably like, which one?
In the attic?
Oh, God.
Oh, we were dying.
I never heard that
It's
before.
I
like
never
the
heard it before.
oldest kiddie joke. You know what?
And I got yelled at by my mother.
Oh, of course.
really?
Yeah.
How big of fans were you guys of the Stern Show?
I was a big
You were
fan.
a huge-
I was a
I-
big
Do
fan.
I
Do
liked
you
it a lot.
remember when Gary played Howard at the Nassau Coliseum? They played tennis.
Yes,
I do
yes,
remember
yes.
that,
Nassau
yes.
Coliseum.
Yes.
Well, we had Sam Kinison on the show. I always say
Right.
we. It wasn't we. It was Howard. But Sam Kinison was on the show, and Jessica Hahn.
Yeah.
And I opened up. They gave me like
My cousin.
15 seconds. And I went out and told a joke. And I never watched or paid any attention to comedy. And I went out and told a joke, which I guess had been on Eddie Murphy's special. It's just a random joke like I tell.
Right.
But of all the jokes in the world, I told the one. So, people are like, you stole that from Eddie Murphy. Meanwhile, I probably told it to him, But meanwhile, Fred used to come, on the show, he used to do Kurt Waldheim Jr. And Kurt Waldheim was the Nazi, the Jewish
Yes.
killer of all the Jews. He's the most heinous person in the world. And Howard used to talk to Kurt Waldheim Jr. and Fred would be so anti-Semitic. And it was, it was such a...
But it was in character.
it's so ludicrous. There was no harm in it. It was just so funny because it was so black, like everything on the show. So Fred is going to be at the Nassau Coliseum dressed as Kurt Waldheim Jr.
Right.
You wouldn't believe what they had to go through to rent him a Nazi uniform. You just couldn't do it. You had to sign your life away.
Was it the brown? It was the brown one, right?
I don't remember. But it was the real deal, or as close as you could come to it. But they finally got Fred the hat, the whole thing, the riding crop. I mean, he looked stellar, and he came out. Nobody knows what Fred's going to do.
Right.
There's like 16,000 people packed in.
Right.
It got videotaped, and the videotapes, I'm sure this is available on the web, unless they cut it out. And they probably didn't. And he came out, and Howard said, "Here's our friend Kurt Waldheim Jr." And he marches out, and he says, "I have with me a special guest." And he had a manila envelope, an 8x10 manila envelope, and he ripped it open and turned it upside down, and dust came out. And he said, "I'm Frank."
Oh.
16,000 people went, "Whoa!"
Now, did you write that joke?
No, nobody knew he was going to do that. We were so appalled. It was like, holy gee, God, everybody had to catch that. Sam Kennison is, fainted.
Douglas Luby said it was a U.S. Open Source.
That I named.
U.S. Open Source. Now, let me ask you a question. Now, this is what, as we've gotten to know you, this is what I've really appreciated about Jackie is he's got so many stories and so many background stories of your life has been so eclectic.
I came here with an idea, actually, Tay. Number one, if you take any phone calls, anybody who's the least bit interesting, I brought a Stump the Joke Man T-shirt.
Nice.
Which I'm going to be doing Stump the Joke Man this Saturday at Belmont. I don't do it all the time.
Right.
And my girlfriend Barbara said, "You got to do that. That's the best thing in the show." And sometimes I just go on for an hour and 10. It's not that I'm tired, but the audience is shot. If I say, "Hey, who wants to hear some more?" They're like, no.
I'm going to disagree with that.
Yeah, that's not true.
When we
'cause
saw you last
saw
year, they
that
couldn't
show.
get enough. We saw you at the Brokerage last
And you
time.
did it
They
perfectly.
couldn't get enough,
Like you
man.
had different layers. Like you started off a little.
I mean, but of course, Stump the Joke Man's fun.
It
was
to get my
great.
dick sucked, but you could touch it.
Well, then I'm leaving.
But this is my newest joke book. This is and that's my ass. This is
yeah,
for you,
baby.
Sally.
Yeah, it
And
is.
these are the two best joke books in the world. And we're going to give all this stuff away if you have any decent listener calls.
Okay.
This is my biggest seller.
I have that.
My biggest
I have
seller.
that.
This is my kids' joke book. Kids' jokes. And the poop jokes. People go nuts. This has caused an outrage lately. Are you aware of this?
No, what is
What?
This was my biggest selling CD only because I did my CDs and then I had all these great shows that I did when I hosted Rascals Comedy Hour in 1989 and 1990. And I said, why don't I take those jokes? There's so many great jokes. And I put out a new CD and it was the best of the Rascals Comedy Hour. But people see best of. They think it certainly wasn't the best of me, but it was the best of. So this sold so well, mail order, that I just discovered a treasure trove. I got 1,000 of these down in my basement. I didn't even know I had.
Wow.
This is called Jackie the Joke Man. Come Again. Question mark. Come Again, which is like a triple entendre. And now Howard put out a book called
Howard Stern Comes
Again.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with each other.
No.
I'm sure he's not even aware. I sold hundreds of thousands of these. I'm sure he doesn't even know it. But of course, the internet went wild. He stole your idea. He's a rip-off, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to stir up some stuff.
Right.
So I got a product coming down the line that's going to make you guys pee. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but it's so funny. But this is the very, very famous Come Again, and so we'll be giving that away too. But my idea for today, because I'm so full of crap, I just had Opie from Opie and Anthony was out at my house.
Yeah,
we
saw the photo,
did 3 hours.
Okay.
and I was just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
And he cut it up into 3 podcasts, and it's being released today. Not to compete with you, but
Oh, thanks.
no, but
Damn, Opie.
but these things you can listen to anytime.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
which
we're
is great,
joking.
you know.
Yeah.
And he had such fun because I've been trying for years. Like, come out to Jokeland. You guys know once you come there, it's like, wow.
I want
Yeah.
to.
You don't want to come
Yeah,
back.
it's a lot of fun.
So he came out, and we're going to do a whole thing. And they also shot it for my documentary, me talking to Opie and blah, blah, blah. And we got going for 3 hours, and I had a special guest. And I can't shut my mouth. We never got to my special guest. I had with me the guy that created, whose idea it was, and who created the Jackie puppet.
Oh, the Jackie puppet.
And he was
yeah.
right there. And I'm like, Tom, I just, you know.
This poor bastard sat there for 3 hours.
Well, him and my friend Billy, the 2 guys, you know, my old friend Billy and Tom put it together, and they showed up with the thing. It's in my book, I'm sure, where I came home one day and they were sitting there, and between them on the car seat was this little Jackie, and I'm like, holy Christ! And I told him, you got to bring it in and not tell Howard it's through me,
Right.
and that's it. Blah 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 blah. So,
Wow.
but we talked on and on because every time somebody sneezes. Like, I was with somebody yesterday and said, oh, yeah, I love those pictures in your book. I saw that picture with all those guys. I really like the guy with the red hair, with the bushy hair. And he was talking about Dennis Wolfberg.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, and he said,
he passed, didn't he?
yeah. And I said, did you know that guy? I said, and as I'm saying, I knew him. 3 incredible stories about Wolfberg. Bing, 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 are in my head. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
I just can't shut up. So my idea is, this is my book,
Right.
my
Which I read.
autobiography,
Which I
I'll
read.
give away. I'm going to give this to Sally.
She has one.
No,
No, I don't.
I mean for today.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
I'll sell it to a half price, but and when we get going or we don't get going, you're going to just open this up at random
Okay.
and read either a paragraph or a sentence.
Uh-oh.
And we'll
He
see.
just knows I can read.
And we'll
He
see.
knows you can't. He doesn't know you can't read.
And we'll see. Well, you can point, and not yet, but we'll see
Sure.
if
You let me know.
if a story emanates from just that kind of
Yeah,
random.
Yeah.
right.
It's kind
No,
of
I know what you
cheating
mean.
because it's my book.
You did write it, right?
Yeah, and it's like years ago, before Stump the Joke Man, I used
Right.
to actually play Stump the Comedian, and I'd say, give me a subject, and I'll give you a joke, you know, and but what you do is you back up to make the umbrella bigger. You know, somebody says Italian dressing, I go, okay, a joke about salad. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
you back it up, but still, it's not, you know,
It's there.
It's still there.
It's there. All right, so Jackie the Joke Man will be at the brokerage in Belmore on Saturday at 7:30. Now, do you have an opening act, or is it all just you?
They always have an opening act. I never ask who it is. I think it might be Mario, you know, but
Mario Bosco?
yeah.
Okay.
He,
Oh, that'll be fun. I'd like to see.
he's so weird, and like he's always saying, "Hello, how you doing? What's new?" Blah blah blah. And
Right.
how about this? And he points to me sends me a picture of me at the brokerage.
Right.
And I can't even see, so maybe he's the open. I don't know.
There's our first
We got a call.
Hi, you're live on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show, live with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Who's this?
How you doing, guys? It's Jeff Bosey.
Jeff
Hello,
Bosey.
Jeff. How are you?
You
How are
win.
you?
You win.
That's terrific, amazing. But Jackie Marlin, it's a pleasure to be able to talk to you.
Oh, please.
Admired you for so many years.
Thank you.
So, I have a very, very stupid old joke that I came up with when I was in high school. So I don't know if I think you've written every damn joke that's been there that was invented since the 70s.
Well,
Okay.
not really. You know, I tell people when I'm playing Stump the Joke Man or talking to people, I say, no, I know more jokes than anybody in the world, but I'm 71.
Right.
So I'm not getting any younger. You know, some people say to me, why the chicken cross the road? And I'll go, fuck, I used to know that one, you know. And I don't know if you know, did I tell you this story about getting stumped on the Hollywood
In
Boulevard?
California, yeah.
It's
With a kid.
Yeah, it was
no
great.
less.
It was great. And it's just, but it's wonderful. You know, it makes you human. All right, let's hear your stupid joke.
All right. What do you call a Jewish girl given a blowjob with bad eyesight?
Oh, you know what? I don't know what it is, but don't tell me yet. But that is a terrific setup. A Jewish girl with a blurry, okay, so, It sounds like an accident.
And the answer's not single.
The answer is not single.
Yeah, the answer's not single.
Well, that
Okay,
throws me- that
that's
throws me
good.
off.
You know what? You don't win.
No. I think he's just saying don't guess that. That's not the answer. He's not saying that's the punchline.
Right. Is that
right?
the punchline, Jeff?
That's not the punchline, right, Jeff?
No, it's not.
Right.
Oh. So she can't. So she's blurry, a blurry cocksucker. I don't know, Jeff. I like the setup, and I will put this on Twitter today. What is it?
Jeff on knees.
A Jap on.
Oh my goodness.
Wait.
Wait, what does that have to do with her being blind?
Yeah.
I said with bad eyesight.
Oh, with bad
Bad
eyesight.
eyesight.
Oh, because Japanese, they have
Yeah.
All right.
They
no.
don't have bad eyesight.
don't
They
have-
just have squinty eyes. You know what? We'll figure out how to make that. We'll figure out how to make a joke with Jap on knees.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
All right, Jeff.
Listen,
Thanks,
something
Jeff.
from high school, so thank you very much. Jeff.
Jeff, don't forget Jackie the Joke Man at at the brokerage at Belmore 7:30. We have our tickets too, by the way.
How do
Yeah.
you? How is tempura like a Jewish girl trying to get a guy to marry her?
How?
Jap on knees. You know, she's sucking his cock and tempura. You know, you got to give a little bit. You know.
A little bit more.
The joke sucks, but what are we going to give him?
Whatever you want. You tell us.
All right, you tell him you got to email me your street address, your name and street address.
Okay.
Jackie Martling and my email, and anybody can email me anytime, and I love it. And people always write back like, "You really do answer these things."
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yes.
someday
I can vouch for you.
Someday I get a real lot of them, like after a radio show. But I love answering them because for the most part they're positive, and I love the negative ones too. You know. Because I write back, say, be very careful. I'm going to be nice to you, and it's going to fuck up your whole opinion of me. But it's jokeland at AOL.com. JOKELAND at AOL.com. And follow me on Twitter at Jackie Marling. Jeff, thank you for playing the game, and thanks for your nice words. And I will send you some. You got any kids?
Jeff does
Oh,
have
yeah,
kids.
he just,
He'll take he's already gone. But
All right, I will
CD,
send him
yeah. the poop.
the poop CD.
Douglas Lube says Peter Bales and Peaches Rodriguez are playing Saturday night with you. I don't know how he knows that, but that's what he said.
I love
that's a
when
good
people
lineup.
open. Peter's been a good friend for.
Yeah, he's great.
When I first started doing comedy in 1979, he introduced himself to me because he was always a horny bastard, and my band used to pack the people into Rum Runner in Oyster Bay in the 70s.
Right.
And word got out on Long Island that there was so many broads. All the local girls from
That's
Oyster
all you
Bay
need,
were,
right.
were horny and drunk, and they packed the place on Tuesday nights. So he used to come over from Locust Valley, and then he became a comedian. And thanks to him, he dragged me into the comic strip, and I got passed at the comic strip and wound up working in Fort Lauderdale, and we had so much fun down there. And he's been a good friend for, holy Christ, 40 years. So,
Wow.
and I love Peaches, his girlfriend. I don't know if it might be his wife now. I'm not sure. But
Oh,
they're great.
Peaches is his wife?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thanks for the invite to the wedding, you
I had no
whore.
idea.
I knew they were together. I don't know if
Oh,
they're...
really?
I don't know,
You knew that?
Somebody told me he
I thought
fucks
everybody
her.
knew that.
I buried my head in the sand. Listen, we're going to be there front row
I don't care.
on Saturday.
I'm not, I won't-
just
won't
don't
know you.
care.
I won't know you.
My wife spent her hard-earned money to buy 8 tickets for me for my birthday. Isn't that nice?
You know, if I had any class, I would give you guys seats, but no.
No. That's not what I'm asking.
We don't care.
I'm just saying that was a nice birthday present from
Well,
her.
you know, if she had to stop by my house, she might have got a discount.
Well, just so you know, it wasn't just her,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Who hooked her up with the front row?
Oh, well, you did that.
Hey, you're live on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show with
You
Jackie
guys,
the Joke Man
you guys have a radio
Marling.
show on the Governor's Comedy Show. You had to pull teeth to get
Yes.
front row seats
Yes,
at a
I
Governor's
did.
show.
Yes,
Yes.
I did. That's the pull we have around
You got to
here.
love a corporation.
Hey, who's on the air with us?
Hey, it's Danny.
Hey, Danny.
How's it going?
What's going on? Say hi to Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
What's up, Danny?
Hey, Jackie, how you doing, buddy?
Everybody I can.
Yeah, good. Me too. Hey, I got you probably know these, but let me throw it out there. What do you call 1,000 guys with their heads just sticking out of the ground?
1,000 guys with just their heads sticking out of the ground.
I'm sorry, 1,000 black guys with their heads sticking out
No,
of the
no.
ground.
All right. Next joke.
He knows that one.
Next joke. Jesus Christ.
Come on. It's an AfroTurf.
Yeah, we know he knows that one.
I know, but you don't. You're an idiot.
All right, well, you got another one?
It's the
No, I know.
follow-ups to that joke.
What do you call a black Jew? A Hebrew.
Okay.
Bye.
But you knew those. You knew those.
Yeah.
You know
But
those.
they- and,
All right,
you know,
Jack,
they-
Dandy doesn't win.
You could give, but he can win. But,
He can win too?
Well, he has to email me.
All right.
Tell
all right.
everybody the only way they win is if they email me, because
All
that
right.
way I have the email address and I can haunt them forever.
You can want them forever.
Hey, you mentioned the trailer. Well, you mentioned the documentary, which
Yeah.
we debuted the trailer. So thank
And
you
then
for
we
that.
took
I
it all-
put we put the trailer up,
Yes.
and like in a day and a half, it went. I don't know if it went viral, but there was so much reaction. And Ian Carr, who IKA Collective is his company, and they're doing the documentary, and his film agent called up and said, "You got to take that down because you don't want to get that much excitement going with
Before
the
it's
thing
done?
not done yet.
Right,
You know, you
yeah.
want to be able to use that to say, all right, go see it." Blah, blah,
Right,
blah.
right.
They're kind of just testing the waters, and people are much. We thought there'd be some interest, but we didn't think it'd be that crazy.
Yeah,
And it's-
it got a big response when we played it. But my
you know
question,
what? You know what
go
the
ahead.
thing is? People are going to want to see it, even the people that think they hate me. You know what I mean? Because most people, I think, when they think about it, they go, "I hate that guy," and then they go, "But I don't know why," and they don't realize that. You know,
I think they
somebody who sent me a clip today of Howard saying, "Yeah, I went to Jackie's house, and he was swimming out to this stupid piece of crap, piece of wood." And then the next sentence he says, "Yeah, and there was a guy out there in a tuxedo serving shots of vodka with caviar in them." And I'm like, well, that's not that stupid a piece of wood if it fits a guy in a tuxedo giving out shots of, you know.
Right.
And it's the same party where I gave out 200 lobsters and he told everybody how rotten the party was. And meanwhile, every listener is drooling, wishing they were at the party.
Right, right,
But
right.
it was all fun. It was all crazy.
Yeah.
But, in the back of their minds, people are like, "Oh, that guy Jackie's an asshole." And then they realize, wait, maybe he's not.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
I
the
agree.
perception of being on that popular show for so long, because people you watch a TV show and people go, "Oh, that guy's a villain." Then they see him in real life, they go, "I don't like you for some reason."
Well, even but
right.
even
Well,
Howard,
they have no idea who he
Howard
is.
himself when he was first getting popular at NBC, everybody hated him at first, and then eventually it transformed. And
Right,
that's probably
right.
the case with all you guys, I would think.
And stepping on everybody's head, whether it was me or a pregnant girl or a crazy woman with a top of that's his act.
Right.
Right.
But people don't realize that's an act.
But then now he doesn't. Now the
he's-
show's totally transformed.
Yeah, he's
Well, I don't know.
he's
Who knows?
tame.
Yeah, it's totally transformed.
But here's my
now.
question about what I saw in that trailer.
8 inches,
Oh, all right, thanks. Writing that down.
which is too wide for Sally.
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Willie Nelson. This guy. Are you good friends with Willie or?
What? I'm not good friends, but we email jokes back and forth.
He looked very scared sitting there with you, or was he just paranoid from being high? I'm joking with you. I'm
Oh
joking.
no, he couldn't. I thought. Wow, how could anybody get that take? I'd sat at that table
being
with him
stupid.
5 or 6 or 7 times,
Right.
and smoked pot with him and laughed.
Is that true what they say about his pot? Like it's the best stuff you get anywhere? I've
But
heard that about him and David Crosby.
I don't know enough about pot to know. I just know that after we did that we sat with him. Ian shot it, and I sat with Willie, and we told jokes for about 10 minutes. And then he handed me the pipe with the Willie's Reserve, and I took a big hit. And then Ian took a hit.
Oh, you
and
never
Ian-
heard that?
Ian is a Jewish kid that's not a big pot smoker, so he took a hit off Willie's
he must have,
electronic
passed
pipe.
out.
And he coughed and coughed, and while he's busy coughing, I said, "Well, Willie, give me the pipe again." And I had another hit. And then we left, and like however many minutes later, Willie's on stage doing his show, and we're clinging for mercy in the back of the room, stoned out of our heads.
Giggling on the
And
side
I'm
of the
like,
stage.
And we're like, it's one of those things when you smoke a joint together. It's me and Ian and Willie. We got stoned together, and
Right.
here we are cowering, and he's, doing his greatest hits and killing,
Were you dead silent? Were you just like, "Oh my god"? Like
No, I'm fine, but I was stoned as I think I was too stoned to sing On the Road again. You know what I mean? But,
Right.
but he's so great. We had so much fun sitting there, and I actually sat there with him a couple times and actually filmed the same exact thing a couple years prior, but it wasn't good enough quality, so we went back and did it with the 4K camera.
Right.
And me and Willie are telling the same stupid jokes, and we're laughing, and he's just such a delight, and he got going. not this time, but the time before when I was talking to him, you know, you don't really know anything about him, and he's explained to me that when he was in the Ray Price band, he was the bass player. I don't know, it was the 50s or the 60s, and he used to open the show with his guitar and tell jokes. And I said, Willie, that's what I did for the entire 70s. You know, we're the same person. He's an icon, and I'm an idiot talking to you guys. But, you know, I mean, when he's telling me that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just such a regular cat. And then I send him jokes, and he sends back, you know, jokes I've heard a million times, and we laugh, you know. So he's a good character. Oh, and I should send you the, you know, him wishing me good luck for my radio show, and, you know.
Nice.
Right.
Kind of stuff like that.
Now, Opie came to you. You did 3 hours. He's cutting it up into 3 different podcasts. John Bowling said he heard you today on Opie and that you're still funny as hell, he says.
You cocksucker. Did he mean it?
Yeah.
No, we had fun. You know, it was my own natural habitat. We were in my
Right.
Sunset Scrabble room. You know, we're looking out at Long Island Sound, and Opie's like, well, you know, they paint the picture of like I'm on Jericho Turnpike with a tin cup, you know. Meanwhile, I'm living the life of Riley, you know. I love it. I love it.
It's
and
nice.
I got a new.
It's a nice,
I got
serene place.
I got a new, not scam, but a new idea. It's just
A new scam.
But it's just a home run, and it's going to make me a lot of money, and it's so wrong on some levels and so right on some levels.
You're offering sex?
And I will come in here, and when it's a done deal, I'll come in here and we'll announce. I was just about to not hit Joe with it because I don't think it's going to cost him anything. I wish it would. But it's so fun, and it's a little bit of a tweak, you know. No, so my idea is, Sally, take that book.
Okay.
Do you guys have to do commercial breaks and stuff?
Nope.
At 12. At 12. We got a half hour. The
What do
clock
you think
is right
of you?
I've only been here a half hour.
What do you
That's
think of
it,
you?
yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait, you want us to do one now, commercial break? You gotta go to
No,
You
I'm
need
just
to-
so
you need
used
to
to
pee again?
radio. You say, hello, everybody. All right, we'll be right back.
You gotta go pee-pees or something?
Again?
Huh?
You
Just
gotta go
read
pee-pees?
whatever.
No.
Whatever paragraph I.
No, just open at random.
All right.
Don't
like
look.
Stevie Wonder,
Don't look.
Okay.
and
Oh,
just
she did.
read. Not
Something.
not the name of the. Just read a sentence or two.
Once we heard. Oh, this is bad. Once we heard about Robin's fondness of anal sex,
Perfect.
which
How
he
much do you love that? That's random.
unbelievably divulged, I couldn't stay out of there. The day Frank Sinatra died in 1998, for no apparent reason, I sat and rapidly scrawled what has
Scrawled?
to be.
Scrolled?
Yeah, like.
Oh, scrolled. Okay. sorry.
Okay, that's enough. So Frank Sinatra dies, and I did what I had to do for the show.
Right.
I wrote my funny jokes as Howard went along, and when we got an assignment, like if somebody's coming in, we'd write questions
Right.
to ask whoever it was. But for the most part, we'd write the questions on the spot.
Right.
Because whatever was really going on at that time was the most fun, as opposed to, hey, what's your favorite color? And so in the news, Frank Sinatra died maybe the night before. And she says this on the radio. It's all over the internet. You can follow it. She's like, Howard says, Robin Jackie showed up with a song, and she's like, he never does extra work. Well, and I know, and I don't. I never come in and say, hey, here's an idea, because they never gets used.
Right.
Like me and Fred would come up with 100 ideas, and we'd use one. So we learned to, when he reached out for something, we put it in his hands. So
Right.
not that we didn't love doing it. So I just there was a wild hair up my ass, and Frank Sinatra died, and I thought of My Way, and I just thought about Robin getting it in the butt. It must have been fairly. I don't even know if it was recent, but it was why she would have disclosed. We were talking about stuff, and one day on the air, she disclosed that she had met some guy. I don't even think it was in a bar. It might have been at a bus stop, and they wound up in a restroom.
What?
And this is
Robin?
this is in her book. Like 20 minutes after she meets this guy, he fucked her in the ass in a public men's room. And it's just beyond funny. So I sat down there and just scrawled
Right.
this fantastic parody to My Way.
Yeah.
And I came in with the lyric, and I came in, and sure enough, Fred had a track You know.
So you laid it down?
And Howard said, Robin, you know, he won't shut up. He wants to do this, and it's on the internet, and you got to hear it because I started singing it, and after like a verse or two, he said, "All right, that's enough," and I kept going. He turned off my mic. And I stood up and finished the song off mic, bleeding over his mic. And a lot of people thought it was one of the funniest things, you know.
We got a lot of comments today, Jackie, by the way.
All right.
So
Well,
you know.
I just wanted to say, I'm just saying that there's a story behind every sentence. And I mean,
Right.
you picked a pretty red-hot sentence.
I
But,
can't
Sally,
res-
now you need to swear to the people that are watching
slut whore.
21.
Oh, that kind of
That are
swear.
watching 21 with Charles Van Doren that these questions were not prearranged.
Oh, no, yeah. Yeah,
was random.
absolutely.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
We're not that organized.
All right, Eric, what do you got?
John Race says, I think that's how he spells
Now,
it.
how are you getting messages?
Comments from the Facebook feed.
Facebook.
Hey, Jackie, a criminal, a traitor, and a thief walks into the White House. What date was it?
Inauguration day for Trump.
Okay, let's see what he says. Which I don't know. Well, let's see what this guy. He's got his profile picture is Trump.
What's doing?
Oh, sorry.
With a hat. It is. So let's see if he's a Trump fan. Oh, well,
got
somebody's
a call.
calling. Maybe it is John, because I did tell him to call in.
Hey, live on the air, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Who's this?
This is John from Detroit. How you doing?
Hey, John from Detroit. You sound like Joe Walsh.
Well, I have cerebral palsy.
Oh, okay.
But I've
Tony.
got
I didn't say anything bad.
Nice going, Tony.
I didn't say anything bad.
a
I
lot,
just said he
Tony.
sounds like Joe Walsh. That's not an insult?
No, because Joe Walsh sounds like he has cerebral palsy.
There you go.
yeah, I mean, and he does the best song of the Eagles ever, Rocky Mountain Way.
There you
That's
go.
right.
I like it.
All the way from Detroit, huh?
Yeah, so let me ask you, Jackie, a traitor, a thief, and a traitor and a thief walk into the White House. What date was it?
January 1st, 2017.
Actually, it was January 20th. But
Whatever day he walked in there. You know what? The truth is, I don't really give a flying fuck. You know, but I agree with you, and I thank you for calling in, because seeing as you have a disease, you probably started dialing at 4 a.m.
No, it's not a disease. It's just a condition. And believe me, even though I have cerebral palsy,
Yeah.
I can still fuck for hours.
All right. Attaboy.
All right, listen, Joe Walsh, do me a favor. Send me your name and street address to jokeland@AOL.com, and I'll send you a pile of stuff. And I appreciate you. And you know I went to Michigan State, or maybe you don't know that, and Detroit was one of my haunts for 7 years. My best friend lived in... My girlfriend was from Oak Park, and my friend was from Roseville, and all my rich friends were from Bloomfield Hills and Birmingham, so I love that. Where are you from in Detroit?
Well, I grew up in Roseville, but I live in Warren.
You grew up in Roseville. Did you know James Wolanin?
No, I didn't.
Loser.
What part of Roseville did he live in?
You know what? I really don't know. I just used to go down there, and I'd be so drunk by the time I got there and so drunk by the time I left. All I know is they said it was Detroit. I could have been in fucking Hong Kong.
You're in Hicksville.
Yeah. But thank you, man.
But you know what, Jackie?
What, buddy?
I got drunk in Roseville. I got sober in Madison Heights, and I've been sober for 2.5 years.
I have been sober for 18 years, and I congratulate you, my friend.
Are you a friend of Bill?
No, fuck Bill. I smoke pot, that cocksucker.
Hey, I smoke pot too.
Attaboy.
Good. All right, man, we got to go. We got to take more calls because you don't have a pussy.
Okay, just to confirm.
Yes.
Jokeland, Jackie Martin.
No.
Jokeland, Jokeland at AOL.com.
Damn, you need to update your email, man. Join the millennium.
Yeah, join the millennium, Jackie.
I got the guys with MS making fun of me. You know what? I know you're absolutely right too. You know what?
I like AOL people. I think it's cool. It's classic.
I mean, no offense, but AOL, damn, I haven't heard that since
Fido was a pup. All right, fuck off. Go.
All right, John. Send Jackie.
Thank you, buddy.
Send Jackie an email. Jokeland@AOL.com.
Yeah, go men.
The My Way thing is on YouTube, but it's the whole show, so I'd have to find.
Yeah, no. You know what? I will send you guys the MP3, and if you want, you can play it.
Okay.
It was so fun.
What are you all giddy about over there?
You probably started dialing.
I know, at 4 in the morning.
Nah,
Yeah,
that was good. I have this all queued up.
Man.
This was good. I really like this.
Oh, wasn't it how? I've played that game with other people. When going
You know
around
who
the
you
country.
stoned? Sally. She had no idea. I'm going. Me and
Like,
Tony
how
are
do you
looking at her
not
like,
know?
are
I'm
you
like,
kidding?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I guess
it's
it's
good.
just obvious. I don't know if to us. I guess.
Well, I was just thinking about because I said, is this someone who I know like me? So I was just thinking, people.
Because
that
it sounds
do that
like
for
an
a living.
actual song,
Well, that's the
Oh,
thing.
it's great. Yeah.
Now I have a few of your albums. I don't have all of them. So is this what this album is? Is it all real songs?
The album, what's it called? Happy Endings is I don't. You know what? That's probably not even on Happy Endings.
I was going to say, I think I have that one. That's the one with Richie Canada, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know if
this
this was on. Me and Nancy, my ex-wife, put out a CD a billion years ago called Holiday Sampler.
Okay.
Because there was one Christmas song.
We got another call. Hi, you're live on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Jackie, this is Marianne from Brooklyn. How is that sucks if you left?
This is not Marianne.
not
This
Marianne.
is the real Marianne called in a while ago. This is not
The real Marianne sounds a lot worse than that.
Oh, she.
No, I love her. She's always been very nice to me, that woman.
Yeah, she was actually very sweet to us. We were shocked that she called in.
You were like,
I'm looking.
You were on a cloud
I'm
for like
"That's
3
really
days."
her." I was like, that's really her. I love Jackie. He has no filter. Says, all right, Douglas Luby wants to try, but I guess he can't call in right now. But he says, hey, Jackie, what's the Viet Cong's favorite snack?
The Viet Cong. You know what? That's a very dated joke, and I should absolutely know that. But Viet Cong. You know what? I have no idea. We're going to send them something.
Ho Chi Minh Trail Mix.
I changed my mind when I sent it. You know what? The truth is that's a good joke because
Right.
it uses what he asked.
right.
All
right, is he winning something or not?
Sure.
Why not?
But he's got to email me. Douglas? Harry? What's his name?
Douglas Luby.
Douglas Luby. You got to email me. That's the game.
Yes. And
Jokeland@AOL.com. You can come collect your prize at the brokerage Saturday at 7:30. No, I will send it to you.
well, Doug will be there. Doug will be there.
Oh, is that right? He
Yeah.
bought tickets?
Yeah. Doug said, yeah, he's like, he goes, I already bought tickets.
All right.
Oh, that's why he knows who's on the bill as well?
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it.
So he's going to buy. He already bought tickets. So get your tickets 7:30 at the brokerage in Belmore this Saturday. We got Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
So is Doug going to come with all Bales' fan? I love Peter. I like
We had him in here. Well, not on this show, on Joey Cola's show, and yeah, he's just great.
Peter Biles.
Should we open that because it lets more air conditioning in,
Sure.
or you want it closed? Yeah, it
No,
just
it's
all of a sudden
fine.
got like
Oh,
burning
I
hot
thought
in
the
here.
object was to lose weight doing this show.
Well, I certainly need to. That's for sure. All
I
right.
made 7 hearts lighter. That's a funny joke. Did I tell you the dirtiest joke? Did I tell you that one yet?
Go ahead.
The aristocrats?
No.
Did I tell you? There's 2 very wild jokes that I heard recently that I didn't know previously, but you might have heard them from me already. But if you haven't, do you know about the adopting the baby?
No.
Yeah, you did that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think you
I
did
don't
that.
remember
See,
that
they
one.
don't pay attention.
What? Who's this?
Where do we do
Well,
that?
do it. Yeah, I think you called in or something. But do it. It's good. It's really good.
Yeah, do it, Jackie. Do it.
No, not if we did it already.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, he's gonna want it.
A couple goes into the adoption agency and they say to the woman behind the desk, we want to adopt a baby.
Yeah.
And the woman says, okay, are you married? And the guy says, yes, we're married. And she says, well, do you have a job? He says, yes, we both work. And she says, that's good. She said, what do you do? And he says, we're clowns in the circus.
Okay.
She says, clowns in the circus? And you want to adopt a baby? He says, yeah. You know, we're married. we both have good jobs. We pay taxes. We're good citizens. We want to have a child, so we can have a loving family like everybody else. She says, all right. Are you looking to adopt a boy or a girl? And the guy says, a boy or a girl? What difference could that possibly make? We want a child to raise and love and have a family. What difference would it make, a boy or a girl? As long as the kid will fit into the barrel of our cannon. That's just the crazy.
Oh,
So what about the other one? The Gettysburg one? Did I tell that one too?
I don't think
no,
so.
what's that one? He's laughing already.
I know, I like
The kid's with his grandfather, and
Yeah.
they're sightseeing, and they're in Gettysburg, and they're looking out at the field. And his grandfather says, "Sonny boy, you see that field? That's where they fought the Battle of Gettysburg in 1863. And they say that battle was probably the turning point of the Civil War." The kid says, "Duh, Grandpa. Tell me something I don't know." He says, I can fit my whole fist in your grandmother's asshole. How great is that?
That is great.
I was at a film festival last week, and I told that to Gilbert, and he went right to the ground. People said, "Did you hit him?" I said, "No, I don't have to hit him." He went fucking.
Where was the film festival?
The Hoboken Film Festival, which takes place in Greenwood Lake, New York. It's a long story.
The Hoboken.
In Greenwood Lake, New York.
Yeah, it's a long story.
So even
All
though
right,
it's
did you
not
have
in
fun?
Hoboken, they're still calling it that.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you stay up there?
Just one night, but I stayed at the New Continental Hotel, which is so fun because it's this old place, and they actually still have this. The room is exactly the same as it was when Babe Ruth stayed there, and he always stayed there when he was up there hunting. So it's really fun, you know. In fact, I just mailed the lady a book. There's a new Babe Ruth book out, and I'm not a real big baseball fan, but I was a big fan of the Yankees in the 50s and early 60s, and used to go to the games with my parents. Blah blah blah. And I love the old stuff. And the new book about Babe Ruth is called The Big Fella. And it's so great. And my brother-in-law, Kevin Kelly, gave it to me for Christmas. And I didn't know it was out. And I said, wow, this is great. And I put it next to the toilet. So without fail, every time I pooped, I read another sentence.
Yeah.
Every
So
time you
after-
let out a big
after-
fella, you read about the big
After
fella.
3 or 4 months, I had whizzed my way through, had zoomed my way through about 4 pages. And I said, well, this is stupid.
4 pages?
This is stupid.
How
well,
fast do you poo?
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I only read that much because I needed the paper to wipe. And so I finally said, the hell with this, and I sent for the audiobook and listened to the audiobook in like 2 days walking. I walked miles and miles and miles. That's how I lost a lot of weight. You guys don't even say anything, but I lost 30 pounds, you cocksucker.
Hey, you look
In
great.
the last year, you
that's
lost
good. That's
30
good.
pounds?
Good.
Wow, Jack, you look great.
After prompting. But meanwhile, so I go up and I see this woman, and she's telling me the stories of the people that stayed there. I said, you know, there's a new Babe Ruth book. She said, I had no idea. And I got home and I said, I already listened to this, so I'm going to be magnanimous. And it's a big deal to them that Babe Ruth used to stay there. So I sent her the book so that it'll be on the,
Ah, nice.
on,
Oh,
you
very
know, when
nice.
people go in and sit down, they go,
Yeah.
oh, why the Babe Ruth book? Well, he used to stay here, you know.
Here we go. We got another call. You're live on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Who's this?
Hi, Tony. It's Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Bonnie.
How are you?
Hello, Bonnie.
Good. Is this supposed to be you tell a joke and you let him finish it?
Yeah, you could do that
Yes,
if you
you can
want,
do
or
that.
you can flirt, or you can talk, or you can promote whatever you want. We don't really care. There's nobody listening.
You'll take a handy if you want.
Jackie, a friend of mine, his name is my best friend's husband's name is Rick McNamara, and he was telling me this long story about how he knew your brother, and they were something got out of the house, a dog got out of the house, and they chased it. But I really wasn't paying too much attention to him, so I messed up the details of the story.
Okay.
There are a million McNamaras from Oyster Bay. I'm from East Norwich, just south of Oyster Bay, and we were friends with a million of the McNamaras. So I'm sure my brother Bobby, my brother Jimmy. One of them was, I'm sure, friends. but I don't know what dog got loose or.
I don't know. He told me this whole story, but I do have a joke to try to.
Oh, I thought that was your joke. Good.
No.
Well, you go tell little Dickie McNamara that that's the greatest dog story I ever heard.
Okay, so my joke is, everyone knows, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? How did the baby cross the road?
He was in the chicken's ass.
Very close. Close. It was stapled to the chicken.
That's a great old. But when the sick jokes were going around, the mommy
I think
mommy
you're great,
jokes.
Jackie. I just wanted to call and say hi.
That's great.
Bonnie,
Why did the shit cross the road?
The shit or the ship?
The shit.
Because it had to come out.
The chicken forgot to wipe his ass. All those stupid jokes.
Why did the pervert cross the road?
He was stapled to the chicken.
His dick was in the chicken.
Right. Same.
He was in the chicken's ass.
There you go.
Chicken
It's a wonderful conversation, and I will see you in church or synagogue or wherever you go where they're telling lies and people give money.
Sounds all right. All right, I just wanted to call him and say hi, and you're a great guest.
All right, thanks.
Does she win?
Go lie over the ocean. Yeah, Bonnie, send me an email. You know how famous my Bonnie is, right?
My Bonnie.
No, Bonnie. Do you know how famous my Bonnie is?
No.
Do you know the connection of my Bonnie and the Beatles?
No.
That created the Beatles in 1963.
I knew that.
Somebody walked into Brian Epstein's record. His parents owned.
A Jewish guy owned a record label?
No, he owned. They owned a
record
store where they sold all kinds of appliances and stuff. And he had his own little section of the store where he sold records. And somebody came in and said, "Do you have a? I want to buy a copy of my Bonnie by a group called the Beatles." And he had no idea what it was. And the girl or the guy was really steadfast about wanting that record. So he said, "Hey, if somebody's that interested, let me go find out
And make some money."
And boom, and
Yep.
it didn't do anything except change the world. So congratulations on your name.
Ooh, I thought my name was so common. I know, there's nothing special about it. So now you even made my name more interesting.
Well, you got to Google My Bonnie by the Beatles. It's a rock and roll version of My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. It's about listening is kind of the equivalent of putting a pin in your eye, but it's but it is history.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys go on with the show. Great show.
Bonnie, send your name and address to Jackie at jokeland@aol.com.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Okay, you'll help me do that because I don't know how to send an email.
Okay.
We'll take care of you, Bonnie.
Get a glove and get in the
thanks.
fucking ball game.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, speaking of glove, another listener says, Jackie, I don't know if you know the one with the two kids. One of them got a shitload of presents during Christmas, and the other one only got a baseball glove.
It's so funny because recently somebody told me their version of this joke.
Oh, okay.
But there are
Many versions of
many
it?
versions. But the version I know that I love is the two brothers are twins, and one's an optimist and one's a pessimist. And one Christmas, the pessimist gets a brand new shirt and an expensive pen and a $100 bill. And all the optimist gets is a stocking full of horse shit. So Christmas Day, the pessimist opens the stuff and he says, "Jesus Christ, look at this. This pen is probably going to leak all over the shirt, and I'll probably lose the $100 bill." And the optimist opens up his stocking and it's full of horse shit. And he goes, "Wow, a pony. He's gone, but he'll be back."
That's great.
And I'm sure that joke is essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
That's a great
Wow,
joke.
I like that one a lot. That's funny.
God, so many comments are coming in. Jackie still cracks me up, says Darren O'Neill. Mike Scudero says that laugh still kills me. Ken says that laugh is the best.
I will tell you, and this shocks. I shocked about 10 people in the last couple of days.
Right.
I don't know where I've been going, but I keep running into people, and people say, "Yeah, man, I used to call that joke line of yours. Whenever I felt bad, I'd call that line, and your stupid laugh and blah blah." And
Yeah, it's
and I
contagious.
tell them it's still going, and they say, "Oh, bullshit." And I say, "Dial it 516-922-9463," and they dial it.
Right.
And there I am telling jokes like 30, 40 years ago. And it freaks people out. And the only reason I still got it going is so I can do that. So when somebody says, I used to go, I'll try it now. But 516-922-WINE is alive and kicking. I started that line to promote the show at Cinnamon in Huntington in 1979. And that show grew into Eastside Comedy Club, which begat the Brokerage Comedy Club, which I used to book, and then Governors, which I used to book. So 516-922-WINE. Lots of history, but always a really disgusting joke and some fun. So spread the wealth.
So see Jackie the Joke Man this Saturday at the Belmore at the Brokerage at 7:30 with what? So Peter Bales, Peaches Rodriguez, and
are they both on the show?
I don't know. That's what they're telling us.
I always tell people, don't put 100 people on the show. Let me go up and just.
Well, that's only 3.
That's too many.
Usually there's 3.
I think it was 3 last year.
But I've never seen Mario. I've never seen Mario's.
Yeah, me either. I just like met him in the hallway.
Well,
and
maybe
stuff.
maybe he's just coming. I don't know. You know, it took me 5 years to figure out whether he's a boy or a girl. He's still mad at me.
Do we know that? Do we know
what?
Because that's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, what I do, I just go in the men's room and flip a coin.
But listen.
Or flip Mario.
Listen, I'm not making fun of the guy. But
why not?
Nowadays, you don't know. You're like, is that a guy that's turning into a girl or a girl that's turning into a guy? I don't know what's going on.
I'm working overtime trying to get the pronoun right.
Right. I don't even know what that is. I don't go by he or she. I go by they.
I just say.
Well, how many of there are you?
I just say fucking Coleman Talivu.
Right. I don't know.
Because everybody knows Spanish.
I don't care what Mario is. That video with Carrie Carravas was hilarious.
Very funny.
Did you ever see that?
Of course not. It's another comic. Like I give a fuck.
You know Carrie? You know Carrie Carravas?
Del Bate?
No, Carrie Carravas. She's a comedian.
You're really asking this?
Yeah. Do you know her?
I was married to her for 4 years
Come
in 1978.
Stop it.
I know. I'm sitting there like shaking in my boots.
That's not in your book.
Well, of course not. It did not end well.
I'm not. That's why I froze, because I can't believe you did that.
You know this?
Of course. I thought you knew it.
How would I know this?
Well, how would I know it? Same way you knew it.
I didn't know it.
Well, come on.
Are you being serious?
She left me for Minervini, and then we started the comedy shows. That's how I knew Minervini, because he stole my wife.
Right. And then they...
You guys are assholes.
And then about 2 or 3 years later, they managed to just kind of work it out,
Did
right?
you ever see a picture?
I know you're lying.
Did you ever see a picture in 1975?
Fuck you, you're lying.
No, I'm just scared for you right now.
No.
You ever see a picture of her in 1975?
I saw a picture of when she was younger, yeah.
She was like 11.
No,
she was
you
beautiful.
look like Mario
No,
Bosco.
because you always said my first wife, Nancy. I read the book. I read the book cover to cover. It took me 2 days.
2 days?
2 days I read it.
Well, you didn't read
It
the
took
other
me
book.
2 days to read the intro.
No, I read it in 2 days.
Of course I know Carrie. She's an old pal.
Oh, you son of
You didn't read the first book, My Marriage to Carrie, by
Right,
Jackie the Joke Man.
Carrie.
You guys are assholes.
Carry on.
Assholes.
I did fuck Mario.
I hate you guys. I'm leaving. You guys
We
made me
totally
cry.
had you, haha.
What do you mean we? You had nothing to do with it.
I
all
helped.
you did was nod your head.
Well,
You know, that's how people
You
take
just
credit
asked Sally,
for
that's
everything.
Captain Jack says Jackie is the best. Did you ever meet Captain Jack?
Yes, and I think here. Where
Oh,
did
yeah?
I meet him?
Did you?
This is the guy that used to get drugs for Billy or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that? Or he
Yes.
says he did. I'm not saying he did.
Yes.
Well,
he
he says
claims
he
he
did.
does.
Yeah.
He claims.
Yeah.
So
he's
I
got
said
it, yeah.
I said I did that too.
Yeah. He's,
I always tell people that Billy Joel lives 2 miles and 12 tax brackets from me. He literally lives down the street from me.
Do you ever see him?
I wasn't. He comes. You know, it's so funny. He comes into town. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I've seen a picture of you. He's got that funny beanie on his head.
no, that was years ago when we did a fundraiser and he showed up. But that was like 20 years ago. But I had lunch with him maybe 5 or 7 years ago with some friends, and but it wasn't like he invited me to lunch.
Right.
They were going to lunch, and I got invited. And you know, I see him here and there, but I don't know him.
No,
you know
you
what
don't
I mean?
know
Like he has everybody in the world to his house, and I don't go. You know, like I'm friends with Jimmy Webb, and Jimmy Webb gets invited to parties, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. He lives up that way too.
I
yeah.
always rationalize it that Billy's a world-class musician, but like so many people, he wants to be the funny guy in the room.
Yeah.
And if I'm in the room, he ain't the funniest guy in the room. And that sounds pompous, but at least it rationalizes to me why I'm not invited.
So I Googled Jackie Martling, Billy Joel, and I look at images to find the picture I was talking
Yeah.
about. But look what I find. Look.
What's that?
It's a picture of us. Picture of us with Jackie. How do you like that?
Where's Billy?
He wasn't here that day.
Oh, just put in parentheses. He was taking a whiz.
But you're buddies with Kanata and those guys, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm not friends with Billy. I'm just
Yeah.
like, you know, people say you're friends. Like people say you're friends with Howard. Like I'm not friends with him, but you know, who knows?
Right,
Like, if
right,
you
right,
said,
right.
you know, if you asked him how's your relationship with Jackie Martling, he might say, "Who's that?" You know, but he also might say, "Oh, I still love." How do you know?
Is
but
he
if you haven't had relations with somebody in years, it's pretty weird to say, "Oh yeah, you know, we're still pals."
Right.
And, hey, Howard, Jackie says you're not friends anymore. You know, I didn't say that. You know.
You're live on the air on the Knock'em Dead Comedy Radio
Wait
Show
till you hear my
with
new scam. You're
Jackie
gonna
the
love
Joke Man Martling. Who's this?
Hey, this is hey Uncle Eric. This is Andrew.
Hey, Andrew.
I think I got a joke. I think I got a joke to stump Jackie.
Okay, go ahead.
What word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary?
Incorrectly.
Ah, he got it.
What?
I got it.
What did this? He must be related to you. He's a fucking fruitcake. What did the 0 say to the 8? Do you know this?
Zero say to the 8?
No.
Okay, anybody comes up with that, we'll give you a copy of my autobiography, The Joke Man Bow to Stern. And do not promote it saying bow to stern, because if you say bow to stern, you get a 7th grade sailing manual. I swear to God. So it's The Joke Man Bow to Stern.
The Joke Man Bow to
If you go to JackieMartling.com, the
Where I
Amazon
ordered
page
mine.
pops up. And I just found out that finally I've gotten past the returns, all the garbage is out of the way, and I'm actually going to make money on my book this quarter. That's what the woman said.
Nice.
So be prepared. She said,
Be prepared for
it
the
could
windfall of
it could be $4, but at least it's not like, sorry, no money this time.
no money this time.
That's the wrong door, Mr. Smith.
I like that. I really did. I got it for. What did I get it for?
Don't break my heart.
No. Actually, I think Danielle bought it for me for something. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But she bought it. I read it in 2 days.
It's fun. It's fun.
It was a good book. Good book. I really.
And I have a whole book that did not make it in.
That's correct, Rob. Wikipedia. Jackie was a gymnast in his youth. That is correct.
Yes,
That was in the
I
trailer.
Yeah, show him his ass.
If you Google Martling gymnastics 1965, I'm pretty sure that's on the
1965.
I was third in Nassau County in floor exercise in 1965, and people look at it and they do a double take and they're like, "You're on the gym floor." I said, "Yeah, we didn't have fucking mats in those days, so I'm doing
Oh, wow.
backflips on the gym floor."
That must have hurt.
And one of my good friends who was on the team, he was a lot younger, but his father was one of those nuts who had an 8mm camera where they shot actual film.
Yeah.
And he shot I have a whole minute of me doing floor exercise in 1965, which is the odds of having that is ridiculous. Oh, there it is. There, look at you.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Jackie Martling's 90s free. What is it? Free
Floor exercise.
free X routine. What does that mean?
Free exercise.
Oh, okay.
Where you're just on the.
That's what. Okay. High school. Oyster Bay versus Plainage. Did you win the match?
There he
Yes,
is.
as a matter of fact, they were the favorites and we won. You never saw this before?
No.
Yeah, it's on the trailer.
Yeah.
But not the whole thing, though. Just a bit of it. Look at this.
Wow. Can you do that now for us?
Sure.
Look at that.
Whee!
Wow.
Oh,
Do you ever sit on a penis that way?
sure.
Look at that.
That
That's
had to be uncomfortable without mats.
I actually didn't know they never did it without mats.
We didn't know there was such thing as doing it on mats.
Look at that haircut. You were a proper gentleman, weren't you, Jackie?
You probably got so loaded the night before.
That
Nice
is, in all
stick.
seriousness, that is impressive.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Stuck that landing.
I don't know if it's as impressive as the fact that it exists. What?
look at this, look
you
at
can
this.
stop it. This is nothing. You know, I wasn't any good.
So
at this.
who
Oh,
is
the
this?
ra-
Is
you
this
were good at
family
the rings?
footage or
What?
is this family footage?
No, I
Like,
just
where did you
explained.
find-
Where the fuck were you?
Oh, I don't know.
My friend videotaped.
Oh,
Someone
that's
had
right.
an
You did say
8mm.
that.
Father.
You did
That's
say that.
pretty good. What are you talking about?
Oh
This
yeah,
isn't
you want
good.
us to stop that? Come on.
But I wasn't good. You know.
It's good for us.
Yeah.
We
but,
can't
you
get
know-
out that door without falling. So, like, this is.
Do you do the cross?
No, I couldn't do that. No.
You couldn't do the
I
cross?
could barely do this.
What do they call that? The Iron Cross?
Yeah, and that push handstand. This.
Yeah,
know,
nice
I don't know
shoulders.
anybody's ever tried that. Just hanging.
Oh,
from-
there was a mat.
just,
Finally,
just hanging from those rings
is hard.
Yeah.
It's like going to do what's it called when you yoga
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, and they do down dog.
I tried yoga.
And they say
once.
this is a rest position. I said, on what fucking planet is this a rest position?
Yeah.
I did
is
yoga
it dog
once,
down?
and it's
down-
hard. Downward facing dog.
Downward facing dog.
Yeah, and so I did yoga. It was an hour. Half hour was standing up routine, and I got through it. I'm like, oh, thank God I got through it. Now she's like, now we're going to the floor. I'm like, oh, good, this is going to be easy.
Right, because you're lying down.
It was fucking hard.
Oh, man.
And I had to hold everything in. I'm like, I'm gonna fart. I'm gonna shit. It was awful.
One time I did hot yoga because they said you got to come see this.
Yeah, that's what I did. The hot yoga. I
Oh.
went. That was my first ever yoga
Well, the
experience.
instructor was
He
just
said to do sponsors if
the
you have a second.
instructor was so good looking. So I said, "Oh, this will be fun." And oh my God, I thought I was going to die. Oh, so you're doing sponsors?
We're gonna
Go
do our
ahead.
sponsors. All right, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show with Jackie Martling today. Jackie the Joke Man Martling is brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza for the best pizza in the whole wide world. Check out Bella Vista Pizza, located at 154 Minetta Hill Road in Plainview. That's 154 Minetta Hill Road in Plainview. 516-433-4464. That's 516-433-4464.
Jackie the Carrot, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Watch and listen.
That's good crust. Oh, I love that Minetta Hill, that Plainview crust.
Tell them Knock 'em Dead Comedy sent you, and you get a free garlic knot with any order. Just one garlic knot. If you have a party of four, you got to slice it.
A
in
free garlic
a
knot?
free garlic
One
knot.
free garlic
guy.
knot.
They
Just
shouldn't
one.
go. They shouldn't go so fucking crazy.
Yeah, just one.
And also, Gina Kajemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. That's Gina Kajemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. That's 631-495-7696. List your house with Gina. She'll work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it'll make your
Head spin.
head spin. That's right. Gina is the best. And also, L Lemon Auto
Oh, are you
Sales.
saying Gina gives good head spin?
She gives great head spin. She's the best. LA Auto Sales. LA Auto Sales, located in Hicksville on Old Country Road. Lemon Auto Sales. Need a car that's not new but runs as good as new? Check out Lemon Auto Sales, NewYork.com. LAAutosales.com. And you'll get a free air freshener with every car purchase.
You need it.
You'll need it. But yes, Lemon Auto Sales right there on Old Country Road in Hicksville. And now we're back with Jackie. He was a stunt double for the Jim Cotta movie, says Rob Shapiro. No, not
For the who movie?
Jim Cotta. You never saw Jim Cotta?
Should I know who that is?
It was
I don't
a
know what that
gymnast
is either.
karate movie. It really
Jesus.
it didn't do too well.
Oh,
7, 8, 9. No, that's not what
No.
Zero said to 8.
I mean, that was the answer that I was thinking of, but I don't think it's the same joke.
No.
no, that's not what. That's not.
789 is a good joke, but that ain't the.
Yeah.
Now going back to the Stern Show. Was Fred really that quick?
I've said the same thing since the day I met him
Yeah.
in 1983. Fred, thanks for the carrot.
You're welcome.
Makes great radio.
Fred is, if not one of the smartest, fastest, funniest, most talented people I've ever met, and I have met a lot of people.
Really?
He's like right up there with Billy West, and as far as people that give you a headache, that I can't even be in the room with them because they're so talented. It was so funny. One time I was working at the studio, and there was a sax player sitting next to me, and they brought in another sax player to play a part.
Right.
And the guy started playing, and he turned to me, and he said, "It's guys like that make me want to make my saxophone into a planter." Okay. And it's like, that's, as far as you feel like you just want to hang up the idea of being a guitar player or a comedian or anything. Fred had never failed. You start talking to him, and before you finish your sentence, he has something funny to say about what you're going to finish saying. I mean, I've been saying that forever, and people always think, well, I had an axe to grind because I wanted to build up the show, or I wanted to build him up, or maybe he's mad at me. I'm kissing. But I've been. If you look back, I've said the same thing. I broke his balls as much as I could on the show because
Right.
it was great. Because me and Fred would go at each other because it was a level playing field.
Right.
He
Okay.
wouldn't pick on Gary or Robin. If you were a listener,
Right.
he would attack me. He would never attack Howard.
Right.
But he would attack me unmercifully because he knew I was armed to fight back.
Right,
And
right.
I thought that was great stuff on the show.
Right.
But he really is way, way, way brilliant, and for my money, totally unheralded and underpaid and underused and unappreciated. But as you all watched in front of your very ears, I had my hands full defending me and
Right.
fighting for me.
Yes.
And I didn't want to, well, what about Obama? Not what about Fred?
Right.
But he's just a wonderful, wonderful, good guy that we were always really good to each other. I don't know if anybody remembers, we had that whole big thing at the Rainbow Room, and Howard's still pissed at me because I wouldn't rat Fred out and say what happened because he's my pal.
Right.
We still have stuff between us that nobody will ever know.
Right,
And
right.
he knows I know, and I know he. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's great. He's just great.
You still talk to him today every once in a while? Or?
That cocksucker. No, actually, we went to lunch. I go to say a year ago, but it might have been 5 years ago.
Wow.
He's a good guy, but I don't want him to get in trouble for befriending me. It's a very weird.
It's a shame it's got to
scene
come
over
to
there.
that, isn't it?
Well,
That the guy
I
can't
don't
be
even
friends with
know
somebody.
that.
You just want to take the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But that usually is the case in
a couple
situations
months
like
ago, I
that.
sent him a link to
A dick
something.
pic. Oh.
A link to something I knew he would. I forgot what it was, but I knew it was something he would really, really love, and he didn't even acknowledge that he got it. But that's the kind of thing like, wow, he's got to see this. He's got to know about that. I wish I could tell you what it was. I have no idea. But the idea, but to answer the question, yes, Fred is that talented or that funny or whatever the question was.
Well, speaking of sending stuff,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's worth repeating that sweet shop story. And they still, which they still talk about like crazy
They
every
don't
time
stop
we walk in.
talking.
Does everybody in your audience know that story?
Yeah, pretty much.
We've told it a few times, yeah,
Probably.
but it's still just one of my favorites.
Tell me what happened. I just know
The
we
poor
went to,
lady.
We went
The
to
poor
eat there.
lady.
Right, we went there, and the waitress, you were having a lot of fun with, and you guys
Yes.
were going back and forth, and it was all in fun, and it was great.
Jeannie.
Jeannie is her name.
She was no spring chicken, but she was
Right.
She was a hoot.
Right, she was fun. Yeah.
So we, I see the doors opening.
Well,
over
I
there,
think it's
I know it
probably
is.
Mike.
It's our next show.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. So,
Thursday.
when we were leaving, Jeannie was. We actually walked past Jeannie, so we just kind of whispered, "All right, bye, Jeannie. See you later." But now another lady that works there, her name is Rita. She was behind the counter.
Now, Rita is extremely religious.
Well, right. We have a lot of fun with Rita all the time, and we were yelling, "Bye, Rita! Bye, Rita!" So we're
That was like a
So
retard.
you
That was
thought-
the last thing in my mind.
Right.
So you probably no, it wasn't retarded at all because you probably thought we were saying goodbye to Gina. So you got that name in your head.
Jeannie.
So what did I say?
Gina.
Oh, Jeannie. Sorry. So you sent, I believe it was the book with the ass.
Yeah.
And you said to Rita, thanks for the laughs, whatever.
Which is packed with the filthiest dirty
Exactly.
jokes on the planet.
So
But
like
a very nice gesture.
like Eric said, Rita is a very religious lady. She has like 18,000 crosses around her
does.
neck. She
She's
goes to
got,
church every morning. So she gets this book. Sorry, but she didn't know who you were. She didn't recognize the book.
How could she not know? I goosed her on the way out.
Well, yeah. Well, that she knew, the goose guy. But so she flipped out. Oh, my God, who is this? Why is he sending me this book? And
With the ass on it.
now, if you remember...
Now, did she know it was connected with you guys in
No,
any way?
if you remember that day we were there was a buddy of ours sitting at the counter eating lunch. His name is Greg Marcosis. He was there when she got the book.
Oh, really?
So he said, "Oh, it's Jackie Martling." So then he put it together. Rita, the Knock 'em Dead guys brought him in that day. He probably thinks he put it all together, and Rita, but it didn't make Rita feel any better. So Greg actually has the book and in his house.
As long as
for
everybody
Rita.
knows I didn't send it to that woman
Right.
to freak her out.
Right, which we explained to her. We did explain that to her, but she was, she was still pretty.
Now, like
shaky.
every stupid thing that ever happens, I have a story about that same exact thing. Okay? I came out with my first record in 1979. And I borrowed money and made the record at Cinnamon. There wasn't even comedy clubs yet. It was recorded at a bar.
Yeah.
And did it all myself. And for the cover, I used the picture from my 8th grade class. Now, are you aware of
Yes,
that?
you're the one. You were the one with the middle finger.
Sitting there
Right,
giving
yes.
the finger. So I make my album. So I'm so proud I'm going to burst, okay? The woman who was the teacher in that picture was Miss her name was Rita. Her name, how fun, that's crazy. Her name was Rita Baglin. And in the ensuing time, she had moved over the how many years to Oyster Bay High School. We were in this little school in East Norwich, which was a little place, and then the whole place expanded, and now she's teaching in Oyster Bay High School. And I know that. I get my records, and I'm so excited. I sent a copy of my record to Miss Bagelin, who's in the picture.
Right.
And she has a homeroom. A lot of teachers have a homeroom, and then they have their classes.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And a girl, a very good friend of mine, has like 10 brothers and sisters, so there's one in every class. And somebody had Miss Bagelin for homeroom. Now, I'm not thinking, I don't know if I circled the finger or whether I figured nobody will know this, but on the back of every one of my comedy LPs was 6 and 6 song titles. Side A,
Right.
Side B.
It was side A, side B, and then on the record itself was side 1, side 2. Nothing matched up. Nothing meant anything. In fact, on the internet, they come up with my songs. I mean, with my jokes, and they have names of songs that don't exist. They were just a goof, but they were filthy. Okay, the shrimps are coming in the shrimp boats, but the crabs are coming in the captain's dinghy. Okay, stuff like that. Not like fuck your mother, but dirty enough.
Right.
And this girl said, Miss Bagelin, who had a very weird speech mannerism, and she said, "Oh, look at this, a gift from one of my former students." And she said, "The woman, this is Dee Dee's sister." I've been telling this story for 40 years, so I really probably should ask her sister how close am I to telling the truth, because I don't care about the truth. because all the stories at least start out. Really, they're really things that happen.
Right.
I really had a record. Miss Bagelin really had a homeroom. But she said Miss Bagelin opened it up and looked at it and turned it over and started looking at the back, and she said she started to cry.
Oh, no.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's true, but of course I started laughing immediately, because it's so harmless and so stupid. But she always used to scream. I mean, this woman, you wouldn't believe what she did for me, because I'm in 8th grade. 7th grade, 8th grade. There's a little tiny school where there's like 2 7th grades and 2 8th grades. It's that small. And there was a special math class, right, for advanced. And she used to call me at home to get me out of bed so I would come before school.
Oh, wow.
To
That's
be part
nice.
of because she knew that I was brilliant. And thanks to her, thanks to her, I wound up
Being an engineer.
advanced and wound up, being in calculus in freshman year of college instead
Right.
of,
Right.
And she really had a lot to do with my self-image and helping me, because she knew I came from, I was raised by wolves. And this is my payback as the shrimps are coming in.
Well, right, which are most comedians are calculus majors.
No, but
I'm joking.
No, but very many of them are, and it's it's just a hoot. But so, Miss Bagelin, I love you wherever you are, and if you want to see, the name of the album is "What Did You Expect?" And I'm sure if you Google that, it'll come up on the web, and you see me giving the finger. And I was just in Greece, not
Yeah.
to name drop. And there's a picture. In Pompeii. There is a statue of Zeus, and I don't know what he's doing with the young boys around him. It's hard to ascertain.
Right.
But his hand is down, and his hand is curled, so he is giving the finger. He doesn't mean to be, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But he's giving the finger exactly like I was given the finger in the 8th grade. And I put the two of them together. It's just stupid funny. I'll send that to you. I'll send
Yes,
that
I'd
to you.
like to see that. All right, hey, you're live on the air on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show with Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Who's this?
Hey, this is Doug Luby. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Doug, what do you say?
What's happening? How you doing, Knocking Dead? Hey, Jackie, how are you? Big time, long time.
Thank you.
So, I think so. What the joke was? What did 0 say to 8?
What did the 0 say to the 8?
Mama?
You got it. You got it
One
wrong.
on top of the other.
You got it wrong.
That's a good guess.
What did he say?
He said, "Mama."
Mama.
That's a good guess. I like that.
Mama.
I tried.
Because the mama looks like.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'm gonna.
That
Yeah, guys,
was a
listen,
good guess. Email me at chokeland@aol.com and you will.
I already stumped you before, Jackie. I'm really proud of myself today.
Oh, God. Today you stumped me?
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
the Ho
reading.
Chi Minh Trail.
The Ho Chi Minh Trail mix. Yes,
oh, my
earlier.
God. Okay, mail me your shirt.
Don't worry, and I'm looking forward to seeing you Saturday night.
All right, I hope you like it. Listen, we will be telling you. Should I tell them the answer to the joke?
Yeah.
No, somebody guessed it.
Oh,
Somebody took another guess. What's got you twisted?
Is that their answer?
Yes.
You helped them.
No, I swear. They wrote it.
You know it? You knew that one?
That was
No,
Jeff.
somebody wrote it.
No, I'm asking you if you know it.
No, I didn't know it. Jeff
all right.
wrote it.
No, because he's saying you helped him. So I would just.
No.
I think he must have helped
said
them
helped
because
them.
that's not right.
Oh, that's not right.
No, that's why I thought maybe you helped them.
No.
You fucking idiot.
0 says to 8.
Why
What's
don't you
got
get your
twisted?
retarded nephew to call again?
Oh.
What did the 0 say to the 8?
Andrew, you're not retarded. You're special. Stop.
Your father is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His father's retarded. He's special.
And
Okay.
say hello to your mother for me.
All right. I guess what's the answer then?
Nice belt.
Oh, so the
right.
twisted thing
Twisted
is kind
isn't
of.
All right,
bad.
nice belt. Nice. I got it. All right, that's a good one. I like that.
That's a fun joke.
And
I
Doug,
got- I got
Doug
one
gets
to-
credit.
I got a homemade joke for Jackie here.
All right.
If I could tell you. So Donald Trump. has
Hold
just
on.
secured-
Let me find a piece of rope so I can hang myself.
No, it's really. It's my only. I'm a budding comedian. I actually Peter Bales was my professor at Stand Up University.
Hold on. Let me find a gun so in case the rope doesn't work.
All right. So Donald Trump just secured the 5th major golf championship from the PGA. It's called the U.S. Closed.
But
You know what? That ain't a bad joke.
Really?
I knew you'd appreciate it.
That
Thank you,
ain't a
Jackie.
bad joke. That's a very good anti-Trump joke. The
I-
U.S.
I-
closed.
The only one I tell in my act.
The U.S. closed.
The U.S. closed.
God.
All right, Doug, we will see you Saturday night at the brokerage, right?
Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Doug.
We'll be
Bye,
there.
Doug.
Come say hi.
Hey, Doug, I want you to
Bye-bye.
run up and down the street telling people to come to the show.
I'm doing it right now. I got my sandwich board and bell.
Now you're shitting like a bird, bub.
All right, take care, guys.
see you, Doug.
Now James O'Regan says, still not funny.
Let's talk to him.
Yeah, call in, James. Yeah, right, James. I did say.
Am I not funny or is the joke not funny?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's tell him. I'll call in and tell him.
You know, that's
yourself.
funny. When somebody says you're not funny, you're like, okay, that's fine. There was a very famous writer named
Right.
Haywood Brown, Broun. And there's a famous quote from him that he said, it took me 40 years to find out that I wasn't a good writer. But what could I do? I was already so rich and famous, I couldn't change that.
That's great.
You know,
That's a great line.
please.
That's really great.
Still not funny. So what the guy, hit and run? Come on, now you
I don't know.
Let's talk to this guy.
Yeah, he's not calling.
He's not calling.
Hey, I want to ask you about what's that other movie you did? The was it Scrooge or something?
Ebenezer.
Yeah, is that?
I played Jacob Marley, and I don't know what I wound up with this whole thing because there was a whole cockamamie bunch of crap that went on between whoever.
Oh, so
that I
never-
wasn't part of, but I think it's out, and I think it's
Oh, all right,
coming
that's what I was
out.
gonna
and
ask,
you
okay.
know, like when we did it, it was sold. It was done. It was a done deal.
Right.
Like everything you ever do is already done deal, sold, already syndicated, already has times that it's going to be playing, you know, and who knows where it is and what it was doing. But I got to play Jacob Marley, and one of my favorite things in the world is A Christmas Carol. You know, I know both versions, and I just, every Christmas doesn't start till I watch that stupid movie.
The original with,
With
Barry
with Alistair Sim or with
Oh, that's it,
Reginald
yes.
Owen, you know,
Yeah.
the two. There was actually one long before that that I just recently discovered. It's almost unwatchable, but it's still part of the chain. And playing Jacob Marley was just a hoot. And it was really, they had a really good, the guy's really good friends with a guy who does really, really excellent like movie makeup and stage makeup. So I actually looked my age. No, I looked really old, and I thought it looked good.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
send you
yeah,
that
facial
picture.
hair. Yeah,
it
we
was
saw.
fun.
But
And
now
then it's a fun premise. You know, it's like it's bringing Scrooge up into the modern day. I just get upset when somebody says, "No, it's done. Don't worry, it's going to air." Blah blah. And then people ask, "What'd you do?" I did this thing, and it's cut. And you wound up looking like an idiot, telling people, "Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out." You know. So then I get mad at them. You know, tell me, hey, we shot this. Who knows what's going to happen? I'll keep you posted. Good, fine.
Sure.
And then we're
Yeah.
done. You know, but not, hey, you know, check your local listings tomorrow. You know, Bafangula.
We got another joke from a listener. A kid walks into his parents' room as they're making love, and he says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And father says, "We're making cakes." You know this one?
Yeah. And the next day, the kid walks by and his mother's sucking his father's cock, and he says, "What are you doing?" She says, "We're making jewelry."
Oh, that's good.
No, that's not it though. But then that's not this version. Next day, the kid walks into the bathroom. His parents are making love. He says, "Hey, what are you doing?" The father says, "Making cakes." Okay. A week later, he goes to his father.
Yesterday, I came home and there was icing all over my mother's face.
Something like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to go for the naughty.
Yep.
See, Sally, I can't go anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. He said, "I licked the icing off the soda."
Oh.
Were you guys making cakes in the living room? Because I licked the icing off the sofa.
Oh,
There you go.
what the
All
hell?
right, he knew it. He knew it.
It's good.
Another not.
It's
another
good icing. Good icing.
Yeah, this guy James doesn't want to call in. But he did.
It's all right.
You know, hey.
That'll happen with your queers.
But but comedy is subjective, and you know, it's all right.
So he's going to text, "You're not funny."
Right, but
But
then
he's
not-
listening to the show.
Right,
But he doesn't
right.
want to talk.
No,
Right.
Here's the idea, James. Listen to somebody else, you dumb motherfucker. Jesus Christ. You're not funny.
No, he's listening.
right. Well, listen, we
Jesus
got to be
Christ. Never
fair.
mind.
We got to be
No,
fair.
you don't have to be fair.
Why,
It's
you
your
had
show.
You had 100. You had 100. We love Jackie. You missed the laugh. All that one bad
Well, I'm
thing.
going to drive home and think about my friend James.
Right, stirring trouble. See what you did?
That's how it works.
His name's
Eric
James
ruined everything.
James O'Regan.
You
Just so
can't
you know,
give out his name on the air.
he put it on the Facebook. He's
On the
allowed-
Facebook.
Yes, on the Facebook. We're allowed to now. It's a whole different world now.
See, he's got a habit of pissing you off. See, when you called the other day, he didn't tell you you were on the air.
I did too. play it back.
I will play it back, and I'll bet you $100 you didn't tell him.
It's not my fault he's having
Eric,
hearing
Eric,
loss.
Eric.
What?
Of course I know I was on the
Ah,
air.
No,
see?
he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He's being professional.
No, of course. The thing is, when you call a radio show or you
Yes.
call somebody that's going to put you on a radio show, you play it like you're on
Yeah,
the air.
you have to
and then,
assume.
because
You always have
it
to
always
assume
pisses
that.
me off when we're going on and on. Because, all right, so should I put you on the air? Well, what the fuck am I waiting, you know? So, of course, you know. And it's not that you know, you just assume because that's how you play it. That's how you have to play it. You know,
have
this
to.
ain't my first rodeo. I've been thrown off the bull.
He's been thrown off the boat.
Yeah, he's been
Thrown
thrown
off the bull on my head.
Right. All right, Howard, temperamental or loyal?
Perfect.
What does that mean?
Means I don't know who he's talking about.
Howard Stern, is he temperamental or loyal?
Yes.
Both. Both at times?
He's human. He's human.
Everybody is temperamental sometimes, and everybody is loyal sometimes.
Right.
There's no defining characteristic.
That's right.
I'm just throwing.
I always tell people he's an asshole, but not for any of the reasons you think, which doesn't mean anything to anybody except that I dodged the question.
All right, fair enough. Gina Pacifico Brown's watching, and she
You
says,
know, if a guy walks up to you
yes.
and hands you a $500 bill,
Yeah.
and then walks to the next guy and kicks him in the balls, and somebody asks you and the other guy, what do you think of the guy that just walked past us? You're probably going to have different opinions.
Different
okay,
opinions.
it's that
All right.
simple.
Fair enough.
So
Good answer.
tell the guy to kick himself in the balls and send me $500. It's that simple.
Gina Pacifico Brown says Tony has the best laugh.
Yeah, she's left you.
Ooh.
I think
Yeah, she's not
she used to
loving me
want
anymore.
you to sing to her, and now she's
Well,
who we
moved on
talking
to
about?
Tony's great laugh.
Gina Pacifico Brown, who is has
Very
a lot
hot.
of hotness.
She's very hot.
But I will point out.
Gina Pacifico Brown.
Yes.
Yes.
Why the Pacifico?
That's her maiden name.
that
her
was
maiden
her
name.
name.
So
Gina
she's
Pacifico.
one of those people that insists on everybody knows that her mother has a mustache.
Yes. But Gina doesn't, and she's very, very beautiful.
Well, I will point out what, and of course I appreciate that, Gina. But you know, sitting next to the man who has the most recognizable laugh probably in history.
Well, she's saying that to hurt me. Don't get excited about yourself.
I know, and I'm trying to throw
no,
it back at you.
no, she's not saying it to hurt you. She likes.
Hey,
Narcissist.
I know Pacifico.
James says.
I used to cheat on her when I was married to Carrie Carruthers.
Son of a bitches. I can't believe you assholes did that to me. Such jerks. Hate you guys.
Gina Pacifico.
Yes.
You know, when you live on Long Island for 70 years, you think you've heard every Italian name. You know, that was a very famous thing I did. I told that to Howard, and I wound up writing it down. I got it somewhere. I said, listen, if you write down Italian last names and Italian foods at random, one after the other, and then you just talk and just say those, it sounds like you talk Italian.
Absolutely.
You know.
Or you just
Icabelli spaghetti spazzato.
Bolognese.
You know, he did that one day, and I wrote out 2 pages, and this was when at the height of the show, and I got hundreds of phone calls because everybody's like, "Hey, Icabelli, I heard your name on the Stern Show. Hey, Patty, they said your name on the Stern," you know, and it was totally random. People I haven't seen in 50 years, you know.
And you throw in the name Lasorda a little bit too. That always helps.
Yeah, Lasorda, and sometimes you throw in broccoli.
Yes.
Just to be stupid.
Bonnie said that's a great answer about Stern. Or Danny wants to know, was there a guest on the Stern Show that was very angry that you goofed on him or her?
I don't know if we goofed on, but it's one of my favorite stories. I don't know if it's in the book or not, but a guy came on the show and sat there, and Howard did the typical, "How you doing?" You know, I don't know what he said, but column A, column B, you know, how big's your penis? When did you get laid last? Blah, blah, blah. He said a few things.
Right.
And I'm talking about I'm sure this is on the web somewhere. In no time at all, every time I start telling this story, I realize that I don't have the guy's name right in the forefront of my brain.
Okay.
So I got to stall while I'm telling the story. What the hell?
What did he do? Was he an actor or was he?
Yeah, a child actor.
Macaulay Culkin.
No. You know what? Look, oh God. And you know, I'll tell you, it spoils the story. I shouldn't even start the story without knowing. But immediately, Howard's like, "How big's your penis?" And the guy's like, "Hey, don't you talk to me like that?" And he's sitting 2 feet away from Howard. But,
right.
You know, here's the console.
Yeah.
And
Beretta.
I'm
The guy that played Beretta.
I'm directly to his left.
I'm guessing.
And what's his
Maybe
name?
good guess. Tony Blake?
Robert Blake.
Robert Blake.
Fred's there, and I'm there.
Is it
and
Rob
the guy's
Blake?
here. He's like, "Don't you talk to me like that, man. I'm not your dancing monkey. I'll come right over this counter and I'll kick your ass."
That's
man.
gotta be
And I
Robert
said to
Blake. He's
myself,
gotta be Robert
I said to
Blake,
myself, Jesus Christ, this guy is so angry. And Gary and Ronnie, they're like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was 3 feet tall too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they
Okay.
walked
Short.
in and they were standing behind him. And in my mind, I'm like, this guy's going to kill somebody someday. And then the guy
then
killed
he-
his wife.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's who it was.
That's
Robert
it. Robert
Blake.
Blake.
Robert
What did I
Blake.
say,
But I'm
Tony?
sure you could Google it. Don't you? I'll come right over. Yeah, I'm not your. He must have said it 3 times. I'm not your dancing monkey, dude.
Wow.
You know,
And what the hell was he there promoting?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
Now, all right. Let me ask you this: since you're a music guy, do you remember the band The Spin Doctors?
I know I knew the lead guy from going to some parties or something, but I didn't. I didn't know a lot about them except my friend Harvey Leeds, who still works for Live Nation, was promoting them before anybody had any idea who they were.
Right.
And they went to the moon.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I think they were big Stern fans. They might
Yes,
have played some of the
they
parties.
were on the
or
show.
something.
Yeah, yes. They played one of the parties with Tom Jones. I remember.
Right.
Mark White, their bass player, he's watching.
Oh, hello, Mark White. Hey, please send me an email. I'd love to be in contact. I think I partied with those guys. I might have got drunk. I might have got stoned with them. You know, it's so. Not only was it a long time ago, but it was
Right.
in the middle of the fog years.
Right,
And I
okay.
think would that have been the early '90s or late
Yeah,
'80s? When
early
Right,
90s.
yeah.
probably,
we were
yeah.
going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and I was doing CDs, and I was hosting Rascals Comedy Hour, and we were doing the East Show and doing everything we were doing, and the famous people coming and going. But we had so much fun with everybody. So, Mark, I'd love to be in contact with you, man. Send me an email, jokeland@aol.com.
All right, Mark, you heard him.
If you guys are still playing music, I'm sure you are. Let me send you some
Oh, they
some filthy joke books. You know.
We're going to Massachusetts to see them.
Oh, tell them, hey, when Ringo, when the famous, Ringo thing, when Ringo decided to do his first world tour with the All-Star, STARR, the All-Star
Yeah.
band, and he did
Yep.
the famous, they did the press conference for 1 billion people, and John got off the question. Do you guys know that story?
No. Oh, Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Stuttering
yeah.
John got off the
Yeah, I
question.
thought you meant John Lennon for a
I'm
second.
like, what did John Lennon say?
And I wrote a question for John, and he got it off. And like we were listening live at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and me and Fred got the chills when they said, John Melendez from K-Rock. Oh, like, oh, yeah. Meanwhile, I sent Leslie West my CDs.
Yeah.
And they used to listen to my CDs on Ringo's plane, which means nothing. I
Right.
love the idea of those guys laughing at my
Laughing
dick
at-
joke.
That's
you
cool.
know,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good feeling.
we're trying to get shit for my documentary, and
Okay.
Ian's got so much good stuff. And he got in the car and went with me all the way to South Pennsylvania, to south of here, to a weird place. What the hell's the name? The place has a very odd name. And we went to, he came to my show. I did 2 shows. He shot the whole show, shot me on the way down, blah, 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 shot so much stuff. The audience, so much fun. And we get in the car to come home, and it's like a 2.5-hour ride. And he puts the camera away, puts everything away, and puts it in the trunk or in the back of my Volvo.
Right.
And we're riding home, and the phone rings. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's Mark Volman is on the bus on the Happy Together tour, which is coming. In fact, I think this weekend they're at
Westbury.
Westbury. My friend Toby Ludwig, the 21st Century Artist, he promotes that. He created that tour, and he also now he's booking Chicago. That's why they're right after them. But there was a thing called I was going to say the Holocaust. There
was a thing called the Holocaust. Yes.
The other one. Hooten, what was it called? The Hippie Fest. And the Hippie Fest grew into Happy Together because Mark Volman's so great.
Right.
And they'd have everybody. You know, they'd have Felix Cavalieri, and they'd have the Zombies, and they'd have
Vanilla
Melanie,
Fudge.
whoever. Right.
The Hooters.
So these guys, they're on the bus driving through Kansas, and they're bored. So he calls up, Jackie, I really need some jokes, man. Everybody's freaking out. You know, I'm here with the Cowsills and the guy who created the Archies and all these guys.
Right.
And he puts me on the speakerphone, and I destroyed them for 10 minutes.
That's great.
But you got to take my word for it, because after all the hours of, there's nobody there to tape it.
There's nobody.
And I couldn't even do it with my phone because I'm talking to him on the phone.
Will Volman verify that story?
Oh, he absolutely will.
Call him right now.
Call him right now. Jackie's like, "Where's my phone?" Hey,
caller, are you still there?
Who's there?
That's so funny. I wonder if
Caller's gone.
I don't know for a fact I have his number, but I should. That is funny to check up.
Yeah, you are a big Beatles guy, right?
Oh, here he goes.
That'd be awesome. Talking to Mark Volman.
No, he's not answering.
That was 3 years ago. Who knows if it's the same cell phone?
Was he got a burner phone? Was he a drug dealer?
He saw it was Jackie calling.
Hey, this is Mark.
That's
I'm
him.
Here right now. Leave me a message, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your
He's going to leave him.
When you have finished the record, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Flo, it's Martling, and I'm on a radio show telling the story about I was driving along, and all of a sudden you called from the Happy Together bus with the Cowsills and the guy from the Archies, and he asked me to tell some jokes, and you put me on the speakerphone, and I told jokes for 10 minutes, but we didn't have the cameras going, and they just said, that's a bullshit story. Call Volman and prove it. So I'm calling you, and I can't prove it. But I love you, and I hear you're coming to Westbury. Maybe I'll see you this weekend. I love you, man. Bye-bye.
There you go.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
You know who this Volman
You know, they
is?
used to
The Turtles.
for a while. They followed us. Flo and Eddie.
Well, right, they were on K-Rock.
They used to follow us on K-Rock. He's an old friend, a real good guy.
There's him calling now.
You're live on the air.
Hey.
Hey. How are you, dear?
You know, the Long Island Music Hall of Fame.
Say hi to my wife.
Hello, wife. The Long Island
how are
Music
you?
Hall of Fame had the Cowsills get an award the other night,
Yeah.
and I walked up to them backstage and said, "Hey, how you doing?" They said, "Oh, nice to meet you." I think it's a brother and sister or cousins or something. And I
Yeah,
said,
it's a whole bunch of them.
"I'm Jackie Martling." They say, "Hi." I said, "Do you remember you guys were on the road in Kansas and they put somebody over the speaker?" That was you, and they remembered like it was yesterday. So I don't have the Cowsills number, but you can call them too, you idiot.
We're like not trusting him. We trust you.
You're gonna go golfing with my wife in a couple weeks.
I might not be.
What do you mean you might not be?
I have a guy coming to town.
What the?
No, I will. It's 90% I'm with you.
Okay.
Because I'm sure the guy can change the date, but
Yeah.
when I explain why,
Yeah.
it's pretty important.
All right. Well, there you
And
go, Danny.
there's so many extenuating circumstances, but I will be there.
Jackie's dumping us, Danny.
No,
Well, I suck. It may be an embarrassment for him to
if
golf
you
with
suck,
me.
I'm coming. No, we'll have fun. I did not want to break that to him on the air. You know what? And I'm sure I'm going to be there, so I'm just being an idiot. You know. But
All right, Danny.
Yes.
All right.
Danny, D-A-N-N-I?
D-A-N-I.
No, D-A-N-I, but it's
D-A-N-I. That's so sexy.
I know.
Are you Danielle?
Yes, it's
I
Danielle.
am.
Ah, that's
I am,
nice.
but only certain people call me Danny.
I call you Danny.
Can
You
Jackie?
can call me Danny.
Jackie could call you Danny.
Okay,
You can
Danielle.
call me Danny.
All right, honey. All right. Have a good day.
Okie doke.
Bye,
Tell me
sweetheart.
you love her.
I love you.
I love you.
I love
See you later. Bye, hon. All right. Yeah. So there's my wife calling in to say hello to Jackie. Isn't that nice?
I was trying to figure out.
She sucks on the golf course.
She's terrible. No, she's okay. She's okay. She usually hits it straight, but it only goes about 50 yards.
We'll have to use the woods.
But it's best ball anyway, so
I have a
we just pick it up and go.
I have
I
a phone
love
number.
best ball.
I have
Yeah.
a phone number if you're interested in booking the cow sills. Call Bob Burke.
Bob Burke.
Should we call Bob Burke?
Who are the cow sills?
Come on.
Yes, and if they're anything like me, Bob Burke is one of the cow sills. You know, no, don't call him. Don't bother them. But it's a true story.
No, sure. I believe you.
It's a true story.
Hello, Bob Burke.
Don't verify that story. It's true. All right, so we've got it. You've got
Yeah, it's true till you verify it.
You've got Jackie this Saturday at the brokerage in Belmore at 7:30. We have our tickets, so you
Yeah,
guys.
we're
can-
really looking forward to this. This
I
will
am
be
too.
fun.
You guys could come say hi to us as well before Jackie comes on. Everybody who says hi to us will get a pass. How's that? A pass to Governor's Comedy Club, courtesy of Knock 'em Dead Comedy. How do you like
That
them
is very
apples?
nice. And afterwards, I will be selling my stuff, and you guys can sit there with me and give out passes and sign and say who you are and be famous.
Yeah,
as
you're
long as
very
we're-
accessible
If you
after the show.
cost me one sale, that'll be the last you ever hear from me.
The last when we came to see you, we bought a book.
Yeah, we'll give you $20 if we cost you a sale.
Ah, right. $30.
30.
30
I'm
bucks.
selling the autobiography for 30 and everything else for 20 because the
man.
autobiography cost me like, $13 and shipping. If I sell it for $20, they made $2
yeah.
on the deal.
Right.
So.
All right. Hey, live on the air on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show with guest
Hey,
Jackie the Dogman Martling. Who's this?
We're going to
Hey,
cousin
it's
Brucey
Derek.
here.
Hey, Derek.
All right, so am I supposed to call Eric's cell phone again? I get confused about that.
No, call this number. Stop calling my
okay.
cell phone.
Derek, you know you're live on the air, right?
You closed the whole thing that day.
Yeah, no, I knew it because I called the actual number, so it's cool. Two things. One, Jackie, I just started reading the books. I just got it the other day. Thank you very much. And I just started reading it, and it's already fun.
Right.
And now I'll tell you what you do. You email me, jokeland@AOL.com, and if you suck me off and say you like my book, I'll probably wind up sending you a couple chapters that didn't make it in the book.
Nice.
And I guarantee you'll like them.
Well, when I finish the ones that you are in the book, I'll get to the ones afterwards.
There you go.
I just wanted to say I enjoyed you in Send No Flowers. My friends were a part of that production, and I watched the movie a little while back, and I thought you had a real fun part in that.
That was two firsts for me. This is the first time I got beat up in a movie.
Okay.
With blood and everything.
Oh, I got to see that.
And I made it into the trailer. So fuck everybody.
Wow. Send No Flowers.
And Sean Young wound up becoming a very good friend of mine. She's still a good friend of mine.
Wow.
I had a great scene with her. She played the Don. She inherited the mafioso thing like Tony Soprano did, only she's a girl.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
And all of a sudden she's the head of the mob,
Wow.
Nice.
And I was a strip club owner, and the mob used to really give me a break. And she's like, "Sorry, Charlie, your shit is up." And I'm like, "Oh, that's
Oh,
nice."
hey, now I'm dead.
And I went to try and schmooze one of her guys behind her back, and the guy just beat the shit out of me.
Beat the hell out of him, yeah,
Wow.
it happened.
And he's a great, great actor. What's that guy's name? I always forget. Russ Camarda.
Yeah, that's it.
Camarda.
Yeah, I'm friends with Ed Huther and Joe Mankowski that were in that movie.
Ed
so.
is the greatest guy. I tried to get him a gig the other night. Somebody wanted to shoot a comedian that is good friends with a bunch of real high-end people, but they called me too late. I said, "Listen, call Ed, but you really shouldn't call 5 minutes before the show starts in Manhattan."
No, I agree.
Can you
But
make
he's a
it
good
Manhattan?
man. He's a good man. Who's the other guy you know? Ed and who?
Joe Mankowski. He played the boyfriend of the sister who was working with the cops.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. There's so many Italian Joes. Like, line them up. Okay, cool, man.
So Send No Flowers. So we want people to watch that too, right?
Yeah, I think it's on the web. I don't know where it is, but
It's on Amazon Prime. That's where I watched it.
Amazon Prime. I have that. Don't I have that?
You're asking Derek?
I have no idea. I have no idea
Derek,
what I have.
yes, you do.
Yes.
How do I know?
Awesome. All right, so you're going to send Jackie an email at jokeland@aol.com, and you'll get a prize package.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I'm collecting my Jackie Martling prize packages.
That's beauty. Well, you won one of the books last time, so he won.
I
he
got,
won.
I got the book he signed. I got
Right.
the joke book and everything just the other day.
Yes.
You get it all. You get it all.
The Joke Man Bow to Stern is what he won because we had gotten 5 copies, and I figured they'd last the whole show. They didn't last.
No, they went.
We had to hold the last one back.
Yeah.
Because the first 4 went in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, people are really excited about it.
Hey,
Yeah,
get over yourself. Free stuff. You ever see how wild people go for T-shirts? You know, it's ridiculous.
Well,
But,
yeah.
and then I say that.
No,
and I
we
go,
bring
"Somebody,"
stuff
they
in all
say-
the time.
They say free T-shirts, and I'm like, oh, give me.
Even you want a free T-shirt.
Everybody wants a free T-shirt.
Everybody. You got one of our T-shirts, right?
I don't want.
He never went. He never wears it. He gave it away already. He gave
Only
it to the
Sally
Goodwill.
has one of my T-shirts, so there
I
you go.
do have one of your T-shirts.
What's your T-shirt? What am I, an orphan? Send me a T-shirt.
Oh,
All right. I would bring a T-shirt down to you right now, Jackie.
Go ahead, do it.
Well, I'm leaving.
What?
But I appreciate that. I would love your T-shirt.
God, where are you, Derek? Bring it down.
I'm at home.
Bring it down.
What size?
I would love to say, what are they made out of?
Cotton.
XL.
You got it.
No, there's no way you're
You
an
wash
extra
wash
large.
it once, it turns into a
Cotton
hand
shrinks.
puppet.
You just lost 30 pounds. You don't realize how thin you are.
Cotton shrinks.
I would go with a large.
Bring them both, Derek, and let them try it.
Yeah, give me one of each.
All right, I'm coming down.
All right, we'll see you in a while.
Here's
Bye.
the trailer.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
Sally, can you hang up the phone?
Just a man
Yeah.
thing, you know. To want to be on top.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at
she-
this.
Protect what's yours.
She's still
I
pretty.
learned that much watching my mother.
I hope I'm
deal with
still
my
in the
father
trailer.
when she was alive.
She's still beautiful, man.
knows?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw his name.
Oh, Gianni Russo.
I do not. So the broad, Tony. You know I could help you with her.
I'd like to speak with your client, Antonio Albano, in regards to the murder of her father, Anthony Albano.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
My brother's in charge now, and there's nobody's gonna get in his way.
Ooh,
Just
nudity.
run away? I love this life.
That was
This
my
is just
strip
business.
club.
My brother respected Anthony.
You say so?
È una stanza di discussione da.
Who exactly was my father, Richard?
Your father was a complicated man.
That's Ed Hoover right there.
We came here today.
To jerk me off? I want my money, and I want it by the end of the month.
Gaetano's been after your dad's piece of the pie for years.
What about the skirt? What about what?
That girl would be crazy to come at me now.
You owe me. This whole family owes me.
I owe you nothing.
You burned.
Oh, that was you getting punched.
Yes, me getting
This
punched.
wasn't in the plan.
Things change. These are associates of our father.
Oh,
They
there it
were
is.
out to kill you and dump your body. Do you understand?
As soon as we're done with your beautiful baby sister, we're gonna start on you.
Where are the feds? Who called them off?
I will keep this family's assets, and I will not go down without a fight.
Yeah, you'll go down, all right.
To my dying last breath.
Oh my God.
Tomorrow
No, don't
is
do it.
promised to no one.
Joan of Arc. Did you ever have Joan of Arc?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
She was
Arc?
burned at the stake.
God! It's a fun movie, man. It really is.
Wow.
It's fun, man.
Okay, cool.
I like that. I'm gonna go see it. Jackie looks fantastic, says Michelle Asta. Ooh, I'm getting
Thank you, baby.
You're getting flirted with.
That was-
Jacqueline
and,
Sherman Guido.
You know, I don't think I can say. Well, we
What?
did that. We did a main couple scenes at a house on the South Shore. You know what? I will tell you when we get off the air. I just realized I don't think I'm at liberty. But you know, you've been around 40 years. You know everybody. You
Right,
know,
right,
and
right.
It's, and so, you know, not in a bad way, but it's fun. You know.
Right.
So send no flowers. That's Sean Young and me and Russ Camarda and Ed Huther and Fred Carpenter still owes me $500, so I'm not going to promote his movie for him. He says, "Hey, you want to do my next movie?" I said, "Yeah, pay me for the last one. I'll call you back."
How many days?
Huh?
How many days did you work on the film?
He wanted me to do another scene. He added a scene to throw me a bone, so he put in the strip club scene where I got beat up. And
Right.
We went to a strip club, and Russ beat me up, and it's a great scene with the girls, blah 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 blah.
Right,
you know,
right.
One of the best scenes. No moolah. You know, so
You did it for the experience.
Yeah, I did it for the.
Because you need experience
I
at
did
this
it for the
age.
love. I did it for the love.
The love of the movies.
You know, but you know, it's too many guys. Hey, let's do this. I'll pay you next time.
I'll pay you
Too
next
many
time.
days, you know.
Too many I pay you next time.
But meanwhile, I had a great time, you know. You get 14 lap dances. They, we didn't use any of the footage. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. But I got hit, and I had to flip off the thing so the blood spurted out of my mouth. You know, it was great.
Look at that.
Very cool. Very
Fanciness.
cool. Fancy. What are they doing over there?
I don't know what they're doing.
We got a show to run here.
What?
Oh, all right.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Where?
Where show?
I thought we were going to do something, but no.
Do it.
What?
No, we can't.
Sally's gonna
yeah.
flash.
Maybe I misunderstood. I thought somebody was coming in to surprise Jackie. Maybe I misunderstood.
You did. It was Mike the intern.
Right.
Wanted to
No,
come
no.
in.
But I thought somebody else was coming.
No.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Never mind. There he is. Wow, he's fast.
Wow, there he is.
Derek is fast.
Mr. Pop and Twist. Derek Mutisport.
Seconds from here. That's not fair.
It's the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern is
Now,
here. Look at this.
this is the woman, the guy, the
This
surprise.
is Derek. Yes. Yes.
Derek, what happened to Mike?
No, Derek. No, Derek's the guy that just called, saying he was going to bring you the shirt.
This is the guy that's just gonna bring you the shirts.
Where are you broadcasting to? The fucking parking lot?
That's what he said. He actually lives around the block.
Yeah. He stays in the parking lot.
That's very sad. You know what? It's not just very sad for you. It's very sad for me.
See, Michelle also got a book. That's right. Michelle did get a book. Jackie Sherman.
Michelle, why don't you show up instead of this nudnik?
She's more attractive, so I have no denying that.
She couldn't not be.
Jackie Guido says. Jackie Guido says I was unable to watch this
eyes,
live.
all right.
I'm purposely staying away so I can watch it later. Well, thank you, Jackie. And
Watch
then,
what live?
This. She wasn't able to watch it live, so she's going to watch it later.
Send no flowers?
No, this
No.
show.
Us, right now.
This
Broadcast.
show.
Oh, this show replays?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's on
Yeah, yeah.
Facebook, so you could watch it afterwards whenever you want.
I'll share it to you,
It's-
so you could share it to whoever you
It's
want.
live
Oh,
on
I can't
Facebook,
wait.
live on YouTube, and live on govsradio.com, and then you can watch them anytime after that.
We've
And you
changed a
have-
lot of stuff since you've been gone.
And you have one listener in each place?
Oh, no. You
No,
watch.
that sounds actually good. And you know what?
No,
and
one
I'm
listener for all three.
And I'm talking to Joe, and I'm telling you, I
Tim.
got ideas. And I want to come in here and do some stuff.
Good, good.
I really
I
do.
go from place to place so that you don't have the same listener, but it's all of them.
All right,
Give
Derek.
me a shirt.
Okay.
Show them the shirts.
Do you want? Wait, do you want?
Try the large,
tell
because I'm right.
Don't do a fucking commercial. Give
I'm
me
not
a
doing a
shirt.
commercial.
Tell him what you do first, though.
Give him the large.
All right.
So
give
he
him the
understands
large.
the shirt.
There you go. I am a balloon-based entertainer, sir.
He's a balloon twister.
That's mutually exclusive.
And June 15th,
Large
you
or
can,
extra
see,
large?
you can see him at the Long Island Puppet Theater in Hicksville.
No, not if you don't go.
It's true. Trust me, been down that road a couple of times.
Balloon artists. This means you go up in a balloon like in around the world in 80 days, or this
that'd
means
be
you
awesome.
make fucking
No, I-
poodles.
Well, I make a lot more than poodles.
He
Jack.
makes
Yeah,
a
he
lot
does
more
a
than
lot
poodles.
more than poodles.
You make like 3 poodles.
Yeah.
He made me in a coffin once.
Shit, we should have had him make a Jackie
He,
balloon for
he
that.
made
I
he
know.
made a
I didn't even think of
guitarist
it.
that I had sex in the back of a car with.
Mark White.
Did you really have sex with him in
Yeah.
the car
Yeah.
or just in the balloon?
Right in the
Just
back.
the balloon.
Right in the
Yeah,
back of the
balloon
car.
sex.
Yeah.
I'm losing this.
This show.
Your wife banged a guy, or there was a balloon?
She simulated an act with a balloon in the back of a car.
Oh, you were live, and the balloon. Jesus.
Hang on, we have
You
video.
guys got a lot of free time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle Astor says, Gina Pacifico says this show has a lot of dedicated fans. Michelle Astor said that I would be there in a second if I didn't have a sick kid at home.
Bring
Gina-
the sick kid.
Bring this, yeah, exactly. Bring the sick kid.
Hey,
Which-
no,
I
and
don't wanna get
if I
sick.
torture these people, it's only because I love them very much. They're very, very nice, talented, wonderful people, except for the cocksucker that makes balloons.
Poor Derek's like, I don't know what to say.
He doesn't know me. It's cool.
No, I know you.
Yeah, he'll get to know you right now.
Here's the balloon.
Hey, Jackie, check it out.
Oh, please.
Here's the balloon.
Extra large or large?
There's the balloon.
I love that. I will auction off your shirt at my show at the brokerage.
See, we fed it lunch. This is Mark White from the Spin Doctors. Derek made a balloon of him.
Mark is black.
Yeah, see, he hung out at my house.
He's our black listener.
Yeah, we only have one. Then he took a shit.
Jesus Christ.
They had a lot
Mark
to do.
White balloon.
Yeah, see, Spin Doctors, right?
And he made him a lefty bassist. He made him lefty.
Now, didn't they have like a redheaded, left-handed guitar player, lead singer, or
Well,
something?
the
like
lead singer's red-handed, but the lefty, there you go.
There I am.
The lefty guitar player is Mark White, the
Slutting
black
out.
guy.
No, who's the little whore?
That was
Sally.
Sally.
S-A-L-L-I-E.
I.E. Right.
H WHORE.
You know what? That's actually very fun. So, what do you work a lot of kids' parties for the mob and all that?
For the mob.
We can't talk about that, Jackie.
Yeah, but
We
they
can't
have
talk
money.
about the mob.
They have money.
No, that's true. No, I do. Yeah, I do everything. I do. You name a kind of party, I've pretty much done it.
Swinger parties. He's done swinger parties. They've used
yeah.
his balloons as condoms, but that
You
was
ever work at the Playboy Club in Manhattan?
No.
You want to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Hey, I'm
if
an
they ever
entertainer. I
build
always want
one-
to work.
If
That's
they
it.
ever
That's how it
build
works.
one, I'll get you good.
That's right. I don't remember seeing that, but
Very good.
Yeah, he does a lot of good balloons. You do a lot of wrestlers, and then he gives the balloons to the wrestlers, and they get excited.
I had a story from a gig just a couple days ago that I could never tell because I have to keep my PG rating. But
Yes.
it was an Eric-based story if I've ever had one.
What did I?
Boobies.
No. Okay. Well, all right. I've prefaced it enough. So
Go ahead.
it was a very over-the-top Greek communion party.
Yes. Okay.
And the kids were on one side of the room, adults on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
And I get done with taking care of all the kids, and I do my thing, and I come over to the other side to settle up with everything. And
You took care of all the kids?
I did,
Mhm.
and
My ass hurts already.
I talked with the woman who booked me, and I said, "Is everything okay?"
Uh-huh.
She goes, "Yeah." And this guy goes, "Hey, come here. I go, "What's that, sir?" He goes, "Okay, I need to doodle for me. You need to do me. I have like a cork, like a big cork, like." And I'm like a chicken, sir? And he goes, "No." And I'm like, and I look at the one who booked me. I said, "If you okay this, I
Right,
can make this
I'll do it.
happen.
Right,
but
right,
I'm not doing it unless
Without
you
your-
okay this."
right.
She goes, "If you're not embarrassed, that's fine." I said, "No, that's fine." So I said, "He goes, like a big black one, like a big black." I'm like, "All right, no problem."
Oh,
So
no.
about 3.5 feet long, and bent it down and put everything on it.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Life size.
yeah. He put it on his pants, and he hooked it to the front of his pants, and he's standing there going, "Hey, everybody, look at this! Look at my bigger black!" And I'm like, oh. And on that note, I'm out the door.
Wow.
Wow.
I said that.
Mick Foley with the Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he did the stepbrother balloons?
Stepbrother.
Yep. Mark White says it's African American, you racist crackers.
Yeah, and
I can't say
Mark
black
Foley
listener.
is a wrestler that used to be called something.
Mick Foley. Yeah, he was
Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack.
Cactus.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
was Cactus Jack when he came on the Stern Show.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, he came on the Stern Show.
Hi,
Yeah.
Cactus Jack.
That was his big.
Or else maybe he used to be Cactus Jack.
Yeah, he was. But he was like 3 different characters
Yeah.
at once.
He was
That
Cactus Jack
his
the
whole-
longest.
Yeah.
Mark, I don't care what color you are. I don't like the guy with the balloons. I'm only kidding.
Yes, he's just. Derek's like, does he really not like? And there's Mike.
That's
There we go.
okay.
Mike the intern.
Mike the intern. Mike's our intern. Mike's a great guy.
Hi, Mike. How are you, Mike?
That's Mike.
Joey Cola's nephew.
Say hi to Jackie.
That really,
Joey Cola?
That really matters.
Did someone
to
say
me.
Joey Cola?
That really matters to me.
That really doesn't matter to me.
I knew Joey Cola when he was
Doesn't
in
ma-
men's clothes.
Doesn't matter to Jackie, but it matters to Tony Walker.
That's right.
All right, we got a call.
All right, we got a call.
Hey, live on the air on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show with Jackie Martling. Who's this? Hello?
African American.
Oh, Mark White.
It's Mark White from the Spin Doctor. Say hello.
Hey, Spin.
What's up?
How are you?
Hey, you know what? I remember we were on Howard Stern show. It was back in the '90s. Do you remember that?
I absolutely remember, but not really clearly. But I just knew you guys were on because Harvey Leeds from I don't know, was he Epic at that point? I'm not
love
sure.
Harvey.
Great character, and he's still a very different.
He was a badass.
Spoke to him yesterday, if he's in your corner, he'll do anything. He's at Live Nation now, but he'll be thrilled that
I gotta get in touch with him again because he was such a badass.
all you gotta do is
it's
it's Harvey at HarveyLeeds.com. He would love to hear from you. Harvey at HarveyLeeds.com.
Today.
Yeah, who cares?
There's a lot of .coms today.
But he was up my ass. He was up my ass. Spin doctor, spin doctor, spin doctor. I said, I don't give a just leave me the fuck alone. You're my friend. Let's go have a steak. Spin doctor, spin doctor.
We were on there. We were on there, and I was married. I don't know if I was married or if I was dating, but I was dating a hot blonde. And Gary went to the green room. Gary went to the band on there, and they all thought that they were going to be talking about the band. But Gary went in there and saw my girlfriend or wife, I can't remember.
And dragged her into the studio.
Like, the black bass player has got a white girlfriend. So they
and
brought
that,
her out.
and I'm sure that was the whole show, right?
That was the whole show, and the guys in the band actually got kissed, but they don't know how it operates. I used to watch them when I was much younger. It
So
was
you
always
you
something
knew that
crazy
was
on
going to happen, but they didn't.
Actually, I didn't know that was going to happen. I was kind of shocked.
Is that his girlfriend?
But when it started, that
There he is.
Yeah, there you are playing bass
We're-
on the Stern Show.
we're showing
Was-
the footage,
Was
Mark.
Howard dancing with your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, Howard was because
There's
there was
no
a blonde
footage.
girl.
It did. I tried finding that because it was pretty funny, actually. Because it was funny looking at the faces of the guys in the band because they looked a little bummed out.
Wait, so Howard didn't end up dancing with your blonde girlfriend?
I don't remember. I just said I
He's
don't remember
dancing
the
with
whole
somebody,
thing.
but I could have been an intern. That could have
Oh,
been
okay.
a listener. It could have been anybody.
I just remember we were on there, and then they went back there and got her, and then it was all about, why are you dating a white girl? Why are you dating a black guy? Blah, 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 blah.
Right,
The whole-
right.
You know. That's my story, so I'm going to go now.
That's good.
Gee, thanks, Mark.
Mark, send Jackie an email at jokeland@aol.com.
It's so funny. We're watching this.
More.com?
and We're
Okay, I'll take
seeing.
care of it.
We just watched 2 minutes of you guys on the air in a very crowded studio, and there was no evidence
Oh,
that
look
I
at this.
exist on that show.
look
They
at this.
conveniently have no proof that I was sitting there.
Well, all right. Well, I'll try. Should I try and fast forward through
No,
it? See if
no,
we
no,
find you?
no. I don't
No?
care. But it's just
I think you
that's
care.
how they shot it, or that's how they edited it.
Look at his rainbow guitar.
That's a beautiful guitar.
Wow. So there they are. It was that Chris
So,
Barrett?
Mark, do you work
Yes.
with Larry Hartkey?
Oh, he got off the phone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Hey, Mark, you should if you're not already, you should be one of Larry Hartkey's bass players from Hartkey Amplifiers. He's a very good friend of mine. He gives everybody deals and free amps and lots of promotion, and he's the greatest guy in the world. He's at the Sam Ash Superstore.
That looked like you bopping right there.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Bobbing your head like a good.
I'm bobbing. I'm bobbing like Sally in the back seat.
That's got to be his girlfriend. and She's pretty hot.
Yeah, not bad.
I don't know who the guy is.
Who's that?
The guy's the guy. That's the
Who's
kid
the
I was dating.
dancer?
That's the kid I was dating.
Who the hell's that kid behind her?
Oh, look at that. Look. Jackie bobbing his head right at the waist of the singer.
I got my nose in his butt. I got paid good for that.
Howard must have been divorced at this time.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, it's actually 101.
All right.
We gotta. Yeah, because we have Felix coming up next.
All right, well, that's our show for today, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show. We want to thank Jackie, the Joke Man Martling, for coming in today.
Yes.
He will be, and I want to thank all the callers and people who commented and listened and sent jokes in. Jackie, the Joke
And
Man
you're going
Martling.
to tell me how people can see this, so I can.
I will send you the link, and you'll see how many people liked it. And
so I
all
can
that
tweedle
stuff.
it out.
Yep. And Jackie the Joke Man Martling will be at the Brokerage this Saturday in Belmore, 7:30. Get your tickets; they're on sale now. We will be there as well, front
We
row.
will, yes.
Yeah, we will.
at the
Follow me on Twitter at Jackie Martling. Filthy jokes every day. Call 516-922-WINE for dirty jokes, and look for Joke Man, the documentary by IKA Collective, going to be out in the fall. Joke Man, and everybody seems to like it already.
Absolutely.
And the Joke Man bow to Stern, and also Send No Flowers.
Yes,
Send No Flowers. Check that out as well.
beautiful.
Maybe you'll get that check after all.
Never.
Never. All right. And
Never.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show is brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, by Bella Vista Pizza. Bella Vista Pizza for the best pizza in the whole wide world. Check out Bella Vista Pizza, located at 154 Minetta Hill Road in Plainview, 516-433-4464. That's 516-433-4464. And also Gina Kajemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. That's Gina Kajemi Coffin, licensed real estate agent with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. That's 631-495-7696. List your house with Gina, and she'll work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it'll make your head spin.
Gina gives good head spin.
And also the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show. Knock 'em Dead Comedy. For the funniest murder mysteries in the whole wide world, check out Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Do you want to see a boring murder mystery?
No.
But if you do, go check out the other guys, because some crusty old pee pants will walk to in the room and say, there's been a murder in a parking lot of a character you never heard of or never even saw until I just walked in. Then go see that boring murder mystery. You want to see a great murder mystery? You want to laugh? You want to dance? You want to sing? You want to see the murder happen right in front of you? Then you check out Knock 'em Dead Comedy. Knock'emDeadComedy.com/show dates for all our upcoming dates and information, of which Anthony will give you details now.
The next shows we have that are open to the public are June 22nd. We're doing a game show at the Islip Public Library. It's an afternoon of random trivia, some fun party games, fun for kids of all ages. That's at the Islip Public Library. Our next murder mystery that's open to the public is July 26th at Frank's Steaks in Jericho. We're doing our mob show. It's a lot of fun.
I love Frank's Steaks.
It is the best. They have the best food there, and they always feed us when we go there. He should come.
He should come.
And there's another Frank Steaks on the South Shore that's owned that's ran by Chris.
Yep.
I played golf with Chris last year. He's a very good guy.
Oh yeah, we've been playing phone tag a little bit, trying to do something in there as well.
Tell him Jackie sent you.
I will tell him. I'll definitely tell him that. Thank you, pal. So that's July 26th, and we always sell out when we're there. So be sure to get your tickets nice and early. That's Frank Steaks in Jericho. Also, let's see, where are we here? Oh, don't forget, June 15th, you can see Derek at the Hicksville Puppet Theater. August 6th, our buddy Rick Beck will be, an opera that he co-wrote will be performed in Philadelphia, and his improv group has a meetup on June 22nd. And, of course, don't forget all the great comedy shows coming up here at Governor's Comedy Clubs. Right here in Levittown, tonight is also our comedy show. Tomorrow night and Saturday is Steve Schaefer. In the little room here at Governor's in Levittown. Tonight is an open mic. Tomorrow night, LJ the Medium. And Saturday is the Fat Version, starring Fat J, Eli Velasquez, Billy Geyer, Kristen Tinsley, and Will Sharon. The Brokerage in Belmore. Tomorrow night, Steve Hostetter. And then Saturday night, Jackie the Joke Man Martling. That's at 7:30. And then the Late Show is an all-star comedy show. And Sunday is Sunday Night Funnies. McGuire's in Bohemia. Tonight and tomorrow, the all-star comedy show. And Saturday is Steve Hostetter. Go to govs.com for tickets, full schedule, everything you need to know right there at govs.com.
And a major shout out to my old friend John Truson that puts this whole thing together.
John's a good boy.
He's great.
And of course, I left out our website, knockemdeadcomedy.com, to see our full schedule, as well as booking information and testimonials, photos, videos, everything on who we are, what we do, right there, knockemdeadcomedy.com. And last but not least, govsradio.com. Lots of great shows happening right here at govsradio.com. Sunday afternoons at 2, Not Another Pucking Podcast, Comedians on Hockey, with Anthony DiDomenico, John Truson, and Chris Roach. They're probably almost done for the season, right? They
have one or two more.
One or two more, okay. Sunday nights at 7, Joey Cola live from Governor's Green Room. Joey returns June 23rd. He'll be back in here with us. Monday afternoons at 1, Funny Tank. Monday nights at 6:30, Steve Squared. Monday nights at 8, The Word Show with Mike and Pete, or Jam, Joe's Acoustic Mondays. Joe returns this Monday with guest Frank Walker. Tuesday mornings at 10, Tea Time with Teresa. Tuesday nights at 8, Rodea Comedy. Anthony Rodea returns this Tuesday at 8. Wednesday nights at 7:30, Three's Company. Wednesday nights at 9, The Dan Romano Show. Thursday afternoons at 1:30, Let's Eat Long Island. Chef Felix is in the hallway. He's waiting to do his thing, so stay tuned. Tonight at 8, Limo Talk with Graz. And, of course, there's us, the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show, run every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We thank you guys for the hearts, the likes, the comments, the phone calls, all the support. You guys are the best. It's because of you that we're able to get great guests like Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
What was that all again?
I can do it. Don't forget, tomorrow our guest is Valentina Janik, author, speaker, just a motivational person. She'll be with us.
I haven't seen her in years.
You know Valentina?
She's great.
She knows everybody. See that? Yep, she'll be here tomorrow. Come on back and see her.
Tell her I said hi.
We will tell her.
Ask her if she remembers Cagney's from the early 90s.
Okay, you're writing
and
it down.
Wink.
And wink.
And wink.
Wink when you say it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Can you wink?
So
I can't
Jackie
wink.
says, do you remember Cagney's in the early 90s?
How did I not know this about you?
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. Thank you, Jackie, for hanging out with us today.
Wow.
He's the best.
I have not thought about her in holy mackerel.
Oh, he's going to go masturbate.
Yeah, she's great. She's so interesting.
Stop it.
She's beyond interesting.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be here.
She was interesting long before she was interesting.
Yeah, she'll be on. She'll be on, and then she's actually thinking about doing a show here, so that would be really great.
You know what? Call my cell when she's here.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that.
All right.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. See ya.